Okay, here we wait. 5 minutes it says. I can't turn my phone sideways. You're not allowed to do that when you're streaming on YouTube. All it does is turn the picture sideways. So I've pulled it back as far as I can, and hopefully you can see the whole screen within that little tiny window that they give us. Someday I'll get a camera and do it more proper, but this is what we get. So I'm gonna be here just getting ready. It's gonna be a long night. It's fucking 1:30 in the morning here. I got a big day. I've been at an ice hockey game earlier today, and then I'm gonna go to ice hockey again tonight. Sleep after Supercross is over. Then go for a moto ride myself. Electric moto. Where's everybody from? Same crew that was here earlier. We got up to 90 people in the Super Pole show. Hopefully we'll get up over 200 this time. As long as everybody subscribes, they'll open the capacity of the room. YouTube does that. I'm not sure how it works, but every time I get to a certain level, they say I need more subscribers, and then they'll allow more people into the room. So that's why I keep saying that. What time is it there, wherever you guys are? Probably about 7:30 in Australia. Get out my hot sauce. Taco Bell. You got one of those wherever you guys are from? Taco Bell. Taco Bell at 1:30 in the morning, cold. Yeah. 2-minute warning. Coming up. Who wants Tomac to win? Any of you guys? I have a feeling you guys are going to get your boy back. At least in the vet races. Mr. Reed, he's been training a lot. I think he's ready to start racing again. Jeff Emmig's been racing at Loretta's. I think that bothers Chad. So I think he wants to go back out there and kick his ass. Be cool if Villapoto came back too. Might as well. Chisholm's still out there. Ritalin? That's for the ADD people. That's what Bubba Stewart was taking until he got caught by the FIM on a drug test, and they told him he had to stop taking it, so he stopped racing. What's up, Calvin? EXO was wanting to talk to us about ADHD for some reason. I was just explaining that that's what James Stewart was taking. Exactly. And he never came back. He did Bubba's World. And the story is that he couldn't focus his eyesight without the medication, so that's why he started crashing all the time. It's funny, Roxon talks about that. His eyes can't keep up at the track as he's getting older. Here we go. We are going to see some racing. Hopefully they drop a gate right away without a bunch of babble.
We crossed the Pacific Ocean
to the sun-soaked Gold Coast.
On our way to LAX.
We made it to Sydney. Landed here in Australia. Looking forward to getting racing.
You betcha, Element.
Tomax, West,
Elemental
Roxon,
Industry.
and the Danger Boy Deegan are all down under. The storyline gets even more intense. Eli Tomac lights the candles.
This is World Supercross.
What's up?
Aussie style.
Oh shit, my battery's dying.
And the World Tour continues. Supercross makes its way to the Gold Coast of Australia. We were in Buenos Aires, we were in Vancouver, but this is round 3 of the 2025 Supercross Championship.
There we go.
Daniel tonight. Hayden Deegan returns after
Sorry,
making
my
his
battery
debut
was
in
dying.
Argentina. Cooper Webb will make his World Supercross Championship debut. Canada Rocks and Jason Anderson building up the momentum they carried this season. And Eli Tomac, in his second start on the Red Bull KTM, will look to back up his win that he earned in Canada tonight at the Australian GP. All of these riders on the gate here on the Gold Coast.
And Joey's
We don't need her though.
Super Bowl earlier today.
They can
Before
get
we
rid of
drop
the chick.
gate, we got to explain how World Supercross works.
World Supercross brings together the best riders from around the globe as they fight to be crowned the FIM World Champion. There are 2 classes, SX1, which sees the 450cc bikes go bar to bar, and SX2, which sees the lighter 250cc bikes take flight around these hardcore Supercross tracks. Each round begins with qualifying in 2 10-minute sessions, which sees the top 4 from each class go through into Super Pole, a 1-lap shootout which decides the order of gate pick for SX1 and SX2. Then the fight for the championship points begins, as each rider has 3 opportunities to score big, 2 sprint races over 8 laps for a maximum of 10 points before the main event, where 25 championship points are up for grabs for the winner of each class. Each race is vital, and riders will need to do all they can to score the maximum amount of points before the championship finale.
All right.
Cape
Do we
Town,
need to
South
watch out
Africa.
for anything,
It's time to
EXO?
light the candle around the globe. This is
Are you
World
gonna start
Supercross.
acting weird?
And it is time to go racing in the Gold Coast. I'm Daniel Blair, joined by Jace McAlpine. We got Ralph Shaheen and Kristen Beat joining us momentarily. But Jace, all week we hyped it up. Tomac, Roxon, Webb, Deegan, the legends. But Joey Savatgy says, hold on 1 second. He goes number 1 in Super Pole. And then in SX2, we've been talking about the sweep of Max Hansty. Enzo Lopes says, not so fast. Underdog story tonight?
Mate, I just got goosebumps listening to my national anthem in my home country at a World Supercross event. Mate, Australians love an underdog story. We got 2 of them with Joey and Enzo Lopes. This sets up for a crazy night of racing with a packed house here.
The house is packed. The track is tough. A lot of mistakes in qualifying, a lot of mistakes in Super Pole. But Enzo Lopes, who was hitting things together in Vancouver, he was really special in qualifying in Super Pole.
And you just wonder if how well Enzo has been riding all day. Pressure on Max to end up making the mistake that he did that gave Enzo the win.
And then Joey Savacci was incredible. Now, Roxon was fast, Tomac was fast. Joey was just faster.
And Joey, I mean, it's not a fluke. When you
Another
pop the
Honda
seats in
suspension
qualifying
story.
and then you go out and you do it again.
just
in Supercross,
works.
There were mistakes though across the board. I think there's more lap times out on the track. But Joey Savacci looking great tonight.
And we are going to go racing in the Gold Coast, but
Good,
first,
let's get it going.
it's the schedule tonight. We start with SX2, an 8-lap sprint. Both classes are going to get 2 sprint races that are 8 laps apiece. The points will carry from those not only into the overall tonight, but the championship as well. And then we
Okay.
have the main events. 12 laps for each class, 25 big points on the
Exo,
line. For
just
SX2
let us know if we
and
need to
SX1.
call
Now, before we
a
drop the
medic or
gate,
something.
we've got to bring you up to speed on the SX2 class. Kristen Breed is going to talk us through the season so far.
Round 1, Buenos Aires. In this epic curtain raiser, one man stole the show.
I don't really have one. I'm just watching Supercross.
Absolutely.
I try to avoid taking medication.
From Argentina, 7,000 miles north to Vancouver, Canada.
Right now I'm on just caffeine.
Oh, 3 riders wide. Here we go. The DC place for SX2. About to get real spicy here.
Once again, the Brit was unstoppable.
You're not wasting my
making
time,
a
man.
clean sweep across the board.
And guess who's first to the carpet? Turn number 1.
You want an opinion? No problem. I'm not a doctor, so
We're past the halfway point here in SX2. And Anstey has
I know a lot about Supercross though.
Reigning champion Shane McElrath, however,
I've been
has
watching it
struggled
since
to find
the
his
first
flow.
year that it started.
McElrath is definitely losing ground to the 99. It is taking
I think this is the 51st year of Supercross now.
McElrath trying to come around the outside. He's been on the primary bike, the back.
Maybe we're at
I'm not
year
sure which one
52.
he's on right now. I'm guessing the primary, but the way his night's been going, who knows?
As World Supercross hits the Gold Coast, who can bring the heat to our championship leader?
I don't know, drop the gate. Stop putting the girl on there.
Hi everybody, Ralph Shaheen, the voice of Supercross here with you. Let's take a look at the SX2 championship standings coming in
See
to
if
the
Max
Australian
can come
GP
back from the
here in the
Super
Gold
Bowl
Coast of
bobble.
Australia. Max Anstey, who has been perfect
Gate pick
all the
5.
way up until tonight in qualifying, leads the championship with 90 points over Cody Schock, who sits back at 74 markers. Then it's Enzo Lopes and Shane
Yeah,
McElrath.
if you just go to
the reigning champion,
worldsupercrosschampionship.com,
and Cole Thompson in the top
you can
5
buy a pass.
in the SX2 championship.
and try and watch it on your computer.
And now we get ready, Daniel Blair, for the first
World
race of the night.
Supercross
It's an 8-lap affair, race number
Championship.com.
1 for SX2. Qualifying is done.
And I think
Super
it
Bowl is
cost,
done. Practice is over. We
I
are
forgot
just
what I
set
paid.
now to
Whatever,
go racing.
25
That's what
bucks
it's
or
all
something
about
like
from
that.
this point forward for the rest of the night.
For the whole series, I think it was.
There are the riders in the gate all set to go. "30-second board is up. The
Here we
Gold
go.
Coast of Australia
Come on, Mr.
is known for
Anstey.
its stunning beaches and incredible surf locations.
So
Tonight
he's
it is where you will find the
fourth
largest
gate
gathering
off
of the
the
best
box
Supercross racers on the
to the
planet.
inside.
They are here for one reason: the quest to be crowned world champion.
Thompson's
Drop the
right
gate.
next to him. And McElrath's in gate 1.
Headed off to the first
Ooh, he
corner.
got pinched.
Anstey's on the inside on the 99. Can he
McElrath
ride his night?
comes out in
He's
third.
not going to get the whole shot. As you see the rest of the field, Cody Schock coming through there, but Anstey is right up in the mix, Daniel.
And that is how you back up what you did in qualifying in Super Bowl. This
Woo!
is a tone
Can't believe it
race
finally started.
for Enzo Lopes and a big opening lap for Max Anstey.
Lopes out front of the number 16, riding for Rick Ware on the Yamaha. Chasing him is
Let's
Max
do
Anstey
it.
on that Team GSM machine.
Makes me want to go ride right
Right
now.
there, Max gets that big triple. Enzo singled in. They come out the same. And
Look
here's
how
the big
shiny
test.
that
It'll be
dirt
all night
is
long.
after the
All through
equipment's
the woods.
cleaned
Here
it
we
up.
go. Lopes gets to the great. Anstey gets to the even better, and Cody Schock.
Cody
and
Schock,
Shane McElrath do as
smoking.
well. McElrath squares up the next berm as they come over the finish line jump. McElrath inside. Here comes Anstey pushing on Lopes already. Inside.
Yeah,
New
Lopes
leader,
is toast.
yes, new leader here on the Gold Coast.
Cody Schock is going to get around Enzo
Didn't
too.
let for the race to settle down, let Enzo Lopes build a little confidence. He says, no, I need it right now. I'm going to take it. That was aggressive. Great move by the points leader.
What'd that pit board say? Foggy?
In an SX2 category event, Max Anstey has won every single one of them. 8 laps, 12 laps.
Cody
main event,
quadded into that corner.
Races, doesn't matter. He's won everything. Maximum points all the way across the board for Max Anstey in 2025.
McElrath in
It's a
tow.
big moment for Enzo Lopes too. You've been great in the woods
Anstey
all
2
night long.
positions
Look at
back.
right now, Anstey a little quicker in, little quicker out, and now you got Lopes looking up behind him on his
Yeah.
teammate Cody Schock. That's not a good sign. If
Wow.
you're Max Anstey, that little gap that you got.
So
allows
crazy
you to
how he
take
got to the
lines
front
you
like
want.
that.
Here comes McElrath trying to make a move, but guess what? Cody Schock takes advantage of it on the 69, and he will be back in front of McElrath.
And these are your top 4 in points, so seeing them up front is not surprising. But the order's a little bit different than we've seen this year.
Colin
Shane
Park.
McElrath has had a tough go with your defending champ. He had body issues at round 1, bike issues at round 2, but he looks better tonight.
Keep an eye on the 43 back
That's what I
behind him,
just
the
said,
red bike.
Ralph.
That's Colin Park, who just missed out on Super Pole by what, 100th of a second, something like that. And here he is in 5th and closing. And the guy that he's been battling with all season long, Cole Thompson, is 2 spots back behind him. And Maxime Desprez between the two.
Wow,
Here's
McElrath
looking
up inside of Schock.
Takes the spot away, and McElrath moves up into the top 3.
And I think we're seeing the pass.
WorldSupercrossChampionship.com.
After the finish and in the first
You have to
quarter,
pay
those
for
are
the
ones-
pass.
Oh, look at Schock coming back up the inside.
Cody Schock up the inside. McElrath
Wow.
trying to find a way to defend it. He gets a pretty good drive off the corner, hugs to the inside. Great side
Yeah.
by side battle, but Schock is a little quicker off the corner and into the wall jump.
That was great defense by Cody Schock. Shane McElrath wanted to get him back in that right-handed 180. Schock gave him nowhere to go, but now look, Colin Parks joined the party.
Yeah, as we said, all that fighting between McElrath and Schock has allowed Park to close right in.
That was sick.
McElrath right along the tuck blocks as he blitzes through the woods. He was very quick through there.
Yeah,
Got
last
through
lap
that
he was
corner
closer,
pretty
so he
rough,
had
though.
the chance to make the pass. This lap he was a little further behind, but you saw Enzo Lopes having a little issue there too, where Anstey is really starting to check on these guys in that section and route. We talk about the starts and the speed, but Anstey's been great in the whoops too. We're seeing it now early in Street Race 1.
Shane McElrath, the reigning SX2 champion.
Ooh,
Way
McElrath,
loose.
big
And
bobble.
Park gets
And
by. Park clips the top
Colin
line.
Park
And that'll give McElrath
into
a
the
chance
blocks.
to come back, but he can't get it done through that rhythm lane. And Colin Park moves himself up to 4th. And the reigning champ slips back another spot in frustration.
He's just
And
not
that's how
thinking
quick things
this
can change.
season.
Remember, 2 laps ago, he's playing offense. He's looking for a way around Schock. One mistake turns to 2, and the next thing you know, you're on defense. And then the big mistake lets Colin Park
Here
by.
comes
Now for
Thompson,
Colin,
too.
you got a free run at Cody Schock.
Hicks
What can
is
you
right
do with a
behind
little
him on the
track?
start
Well, it
bar.
also continues the problems for Shane McElrath, who had physical issues at the opener, Argentina, mechanical issues in Vancouver, and today, I don't know, what would you call it, Daniel? Just riding issues?
Yeah, little mistake. I mean, 1 turns to 2, and that happens as a racer. When you make a bobble, it's hard to recover and get back on pace. And then when you make the second one, you start second guessing. That leads to a 3rd mistake, and it's really hard to recover. The rider who's making no mistakes
Ugh.
is Max Anstey. This is why that pass on lap
Oh
1 was
my
so
gosh.
important. He's been able to ride
It's almost
somewhat
2
free
o'clock in the
since then.
morning.
And if he would have
Fading
settled into
already.
Lopes' pace, this could be a completely different race, but he did what he needed to do early.
Max Anstey was
Ugh.
crowned champion of the SX2 category in 2023.
These whoops are
He is
gnarly.
well on his way to his 16th race win in SX2 competition in his career. McElrath sitting here in 5th. This one winding down quickly, scheduled for 8 laps, 10 points up for grabs. And even though Max had issues in qualifying and Superpole,
Sprint
he's
race.
looking to be perfect still in race competition.
And I gotta
8
point
laps
out, the
is not a
track
long
looks
time.
good compared to what we saw in qualifying. They've got some
Slightly
moisture in,
less
they
than
worked it
8
in,
minutes.
but it's still slick, and it might even be a tougher type of slick because that little bit of water they put on it might take a race before it really works itself in. So you see these mistakes.
54
These are coming
second
from
lap
maybe a little bit of
times.
a false impression on what that dirt looks like and what it really feels
I
like.
appreciate the likes and the subscribing.
As he rips across
It allows the channel to get more capacity the more subscribers that I
That
have.
committed, that trusting, that fast, you can just carry your way out. You saw Lopes make a little mistake here and there.
Last time we were at 250.
And Max, that confidence,
So,
we've seen it from A to Z. Everything he's doing this year is just on
the
another
more the
level.
And the
merrier.
best battle on the racetrack is coming up right here. It's a fight for third between the 69 of the
Appreciate it.
Rickware
Thank
Racing
you.
Arby's back machines of Cody Schock, and closing in on it fast is the Moto Concepts Racing engine, number 43 of Colin Park, as we are on the final lap here.
Be
in the
streaming
opening race of the day
Supercross
and the
once we get to
Australian
January.
GP.
So we've been talking all week. Colin Park's
be at the
riding
San Diego
has not matched the
Supercross round,
results, but it's been
which is
from
round
issues
2
outside
this
of his
year.
control. A big second place
Live.
finish in the first race of the year, and then issue after issue after issue. So this is a big bounce back and a rebound for Colin Park.
Here's Max charging at you once again.
San Diego.
To the finish line jump, and Max Anstey gets career race victory number 16.
Cody Schock's going to be
with two more
stoked with that third
possibly
place.
being added to that total here tonight as we get set for race 2 and 3 in a little bit. An SX2 competition. Lopes, Schock, Park, McElrath, the top 5.
I like the
in
format because
SX2
you don't
race
have to
number
wait for
1
a long
as
time
we
in
finish
between
this one
races.
off. With Wageman coming across the line in 11.
Let's do it. Rack 'em up.
So Max Anstey, we've seen this picture every time we've had a race in World Supercross competition in 2025. At the end, the winner, Max Anstey. So let's take a look at the full
So
page
he got a
results of
shitty
this
gate
one.
pick and he still won.
Confirmation of how they crossed the line
He's
here
undefeated
tonight.
this season, I
Race
think.
1. Here it
World
comes.
Supercross starts.
Anstey,
I
the
think he's
Brazilian
won every
Lopes, and then
moto.
it's Schock, Park, and McElrath in the top 5. Desprez, Thompson, Hicks, Chisholm, and Peters rounding out the top
Maximus.
10 here in race 1.
Hitting the maximum speed for Max.
All right, let's go down trackside now and get with Kristen Beat.
Max Anstey with a first
Get rid
lap
of the girl.
overtake on Enzo Lopes. You double took the inside. How did you determine your passing points, Max?
Honestly, it's a tricky track. It's slippery, and our man, the boys are pushing hard. So got to go back, refocus, and go again. Got to hug that inside a little bit more on the first turn. He snuck around, but overall, pleased with that. He's riding great. Now 2 more to go.
7-0 this season. Congratulations, Max Anstey.
Nasty.
7-0, what a number. He said he's not chasing perfection, but he'll take it if he can keep getting it. And boy, Daniel, he's doing everything right still in race
Oh, it was
conditions.
Hicks that
And
went
Ralph,
off the
when he
track
made
on
the
his
big
start
mistake at
bar.
Super Bowl, you asked the
Or
question,
the other
can
guy,
he bounce
Xander
back?
or whatever.
How important is it for him to
There's
bounce
two
back?
of them out
And I
there.
think this pass right here, super aggressive, was him answering that
And then we
question.
got Vince
I'm not
Freeze
phased by
back.
the mistake. I'll take one on the
And the
chin. It's okay.
450s.
And then he sprints away. So I'm very impressed with the way he responded to his first mistake of the season.
Yeah, the challenge, though, what Superpole hurt him on is the fact that he doesn't get the ultimate pick that he wanted gate-wise because he's got
Totally.
to start in that gate now all night long.
Elemental.
And it might not be the one he
Anstey's
really wanted.
like
Well, and he said, Enzo
so
Lopes snuck
fired
the
up
inside,
after
and Enzo
spending
will
the
be
last
inside of him all night long. So
6
if you're
months
Max,
on the
if
couch.
you want to avoid that from happening again, you better get the jump and move over, because if Enzo's there, pushes it wide, we might see that all happen again.
But ultimately, none of that matters. It's who gets to the checkered flag first, and
Thanks
it's
for the
still
last like.
Max Anstey doing that. So here's a look at the standings. 10 points goes to Max Anstey as he takes the win. 9 for Lopes, 8 for Schock, Park, McElrath on down.
Right on. Let's get the big bikes.
Race for the 450 of the 2025
Thank you.
season. About to
Lap
get
number 6.
underway.
Buenos Aires set the scene for our first installment of World Championship action.
Roxon goes right to the front.
And Argentina did not disappoint.
Oh, we got more riders down. Here's Deegan right here, and he is digging. Headed to the checker flags.
Deegan finished 7th in qualifying.
Hayden Deegan making his
that's a little
international debut,
disappointing.
and Ken Robson going 3 for 3.
When he doesn't do
on
well, they
opening
say
night.
he's just learning.
First one in the corner is going to be Ken
When he
Roxon.
wins, they
Gets
say,
this
well,
battle
that's
for
what he's
second
supposed
as
to be
Roxon
doing.
gets around Savachi. inside on Cooper, and there is nothing you can do to stop that, Daniel. And Roxon wins another one, his 12th race win. What a night for Hayden Deegan as well.
Exactly.
On to Vancouver, it was a title card matchup.
More of the
between
girl.
two titans of the sport.
We don't care. Get the
Tomac on
girl
the
off the
inside,
screen.
new leader to the finish line jump, and Eli Tomac lights the candles.
This is what we wanted to see. The Tomac-Roxon rivalry. Oh, but it's over.
Inside, new leader here in Vancouver. Two of the best riders ever in the history of Supercross. Eli Tomac wins the overall as he wins race number 3.
And here in Australia, Cooper Webb and Hayden Deegan will join the fray.
We've seen so much hype
Who will come out
already
on
for
top?
weeks
Down
now.
under.
I don't know why they need to re-say it all again.
Huge crowd on hand here tonight at Seabuzz Super Stadium. Here's the SX1 championship standings coming into our Australian Grand Prix. Ken Roxon on top of the board, 20 markers up on his teammate Jason Anderson.
Ken
Christian
Roxon's
Craig,
not doing
Joey
the whole
Savacci, and
season,
Gregory
so
Aranda is having a good night in Australia.
it doesn't
Ends
even
up top
matter.
5.
In fact, I think this is his last round. And then Ding Dong is going to fill in for him. Cole Seeley, maybe?
Getting
No, I
ready
don't remember.
for
I saw the news
SX1
today.
race number 1 here in the Australian Grand Prix.
Cole, yeah, I don't remember. Somebody's going to do the last 2 rounds.
Here's a look at the riders getting ready to go here in SX1 race number 1. It's going to look like this: Christian Craig and Jason Anderson and Joey Savacci as we
Christian
work
Craig
our way
wasn't
across
even
the
on the
gate.
radar. in
Well, and I
qualifying.
like those first 3 gates because of what we saw in SX2. And these riders picked the gate before that race. And after watching what they saw with Enzo Lopes up the inside, I'm wondering if they're questioning that pick now. But they don't have a choice. They're stuck in these gates for the night. So I think that it's going to work out okay for the good starters. But I've watched Christian Craig picking up that inside tonight.
Well, Joey Savacci's the quickest one so far, Kristen.
Another interview? Really? We've already
Not where you
done
want to be,
this.
but tonight you seem to be finding your flow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of not performing.
Tired of doing the same
I
interview.
felt good. It's
Over
just,
and over again.
Yeah, I haven't executed my job, and it's been frustrating. I'll be honest. Obviously, Argentina didn't start off great. I had a big hit in practice, but yeah, I mean, Vancouver was almost a step in the right direction. I just needed to execute a little bit better, but yeah, I feel really good today. I love being back in Australia. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited. There's a lot of good guys here, wild cards. So it's good racing, and looking forward to trying to be the upset.
And we're looking forward to following that. Best of luck tonight, Joey.
Good. Let's get it going.
And Kristen, some breaking news here in our SX1 category. Everybody's been excited to see Hayden
out.
Deegan run a 450 for the first time in Supercross competition, which we got to do in Argentina. He's back riding for the second time in a Supercross format on a 450 here tonight in Australia. But yesterday, Hayden and his father Brian confirmed to me Hayden will not, I again say will not, ride the 450 in AMA Supercross competition in 2026. He will go back to the 250.
That's what
not
I
sure
said
Coast
in
he
that
will ride. He will make his appearance
qualifying
again
show.
on a 450, Daniel, not until the outdoor motocross season gets underway. What do you think of that decision?
Well, personally, I'm bummed because I wanted to see it. I'm excited about
He's
this
not
kid's
even
future,
ready.
and I wanted to see what he did with all the legends this year. But he's following the traditional path that we've seen most recently. Riders like Chase Sexton and Jet Lawrence starting in
knows
the
he can't
motocross
win.
portion because these kids
So he's
grow
gonna
up on
back away.
motocross. They're more comfortable. Supercross is something that's more learned. And yeah, he's going to give it one more go in the 250 before he moves up permanently.
One thing I asked Brian, his father, I said, did you learn anything from your daughter Haley's try at NASCAR? And he said, yeah, not to rush things. And he said, so we don't need, he goes, he's only 19. There's no need to rush this. Let's make it perfect. And we'll get him off the 450 for the beginning of Supercross, and we'll get him back on the 450 in the summertime. All right, let's focus now on what he can do here in his final
You can
appearance
see
in the
that coming,
Supercross
man.
format on a 450. As we see where Roxon, Tomac are at, and Savacci
That's
right
smart.
there, and Jason Anderson.
Smart
Man, this
decision,
is a
totally.
stacked stacked field.
Yeah, so many champions, and what I like is that this is what I call the 30 club. These guys are all over 30, so they're continuing to be fast and strong, but their racecraft has gotten better and better with age. So this is just a group of guys who refuse to move on, refuse to retire, and they're still elevating their game each and every. We saw
And
Vancouver,
ironically,
Rockford, Tomac, they were as good as we've ever seen them.
I can't change the view, man. That's the widest screen they give you when you stream from a cell phone.
That's right.
Sorry.
They call it C-Bus Super Stadium.
If I put it any
here
closer,
on the
then
Gold
it
Coast
cuts off the side of the
Australia,
screen.
And it is packed to the roof here. Not an open seat anywhere as we get ready to go. This is another 8-lap affair.
I wonder
with
if
10
that
points on the
decision
line
that
for the winner.
Deegan made also had something to do with
20 seconds
Shimoda
away
knocking
from the
his
start
head.
of this one. You see the 30
on
second
Wednesday,
She'll turn it sideways
or
and exit
Tuesday.
the racetrack when she's told
Now
to
he's out,
by
so
the official, and
that'll
we'll be
make the
ready to go.
Supercross season
So
a
are
little
you ready
easier for Deegan.
SX1 here at the Australian GP. Let's drop
58
the
people. If we
beat.
subscribe more, we'll open up the room. YouTube will let more people in. Woo, good start, Savachi.
Aranda with a great start on the 20 goes wide, but Savachi tries to come up the inside, and Joey is going to get the lead early on that number
Deegan's
17 quad block Honda.
Second to last.
And Aranda is right after him, and look at Eli Tomac, and coming with Tomac is Roxon, and also in the mix is the 28 of Christian Craig for the other quad block Honda.
Oh, Eli's gonna take off, man.
Roxon with a bit of a
Roxon
bobble.
missed
That's
the
gonna cost him
triple.
at least 3 spots through there.
Wow, I'll tell you what, the sound of 450s off that gate gives me absolute chills, and I can only imagine
Okay,
what Joey
Savachi, little
felt in
reality
that first
check.
corner when he made the move to the
Here
lead.
comes
hit
Beast
the
Man.
front, backing up Super Pole, what a feeling.
And he's going to get a whole nother feeling here, too, as he's getting hounded by Eli Tomac on that Red Bull KTM.
Oh,
Whoa, Roxon, another
tried to get to
bobble.
the inside on Craig, and it didn't work out, and you can see Craig look back over his shoulder at him as he squirts away.
but this is Ken Roxon's MO. He likes to attack early, make moves, so I
Yeah.
like the aggression. He just wasn't able to make 2 of those moves work, but he better hurry, because if Tomac gets by Savachi,
He will.
gets that open track, good luck in an 8-lap.
Oh, he
race.
almost
Like,
cased
Joey,
that.
Look at what he's doing here, playing great defense.
Whoa.
And look at Christian Craig
He
as
cased
well.
every one of
Craig
those
on the other
rhythms.
quad block Honda is all over
He's
the
pretty good.
backside of Tomac. So they've got him bookended.
He
For now.
won
Here's
Paris,
Super
everything.
Webb is up to
Last
6,
weekend.
and he's trying to close up on the backside of Roxon right now.
Yeah, he's
Whoa,
opened
look
that
at
Roxon
Craig.
and ran
Craig
that
inside on Tomac, and Christian Craig makes a great move to put the Quad Block Racing Hondas 1 and 2.
Wow.
And then he bobbles and hands it right
Figures.
back to Tomac in the KTM.
You know what? Oh,
Roxon now gets
Roxon.
inside of the 20 of
Where's
Aranda,
Webb?
and that'll move him up a spot, give him 4th for now.
Webb's in 5th.
I think the fans are loving this action early in this race. We've got battles all over the place.
Deegan
And if you're
nowhere
Christian
to be
Craig,
found.
Do it again. I mean,
Ninth.
that should be a confidence lifter to follow up with the way you rode in practice today. You passed Eli Tomac. He's sitting right
I
there.
just hope none of
Give
these
him a
guys
minute. You
get
better hurry,
hurt
'cause here
for
comes Kenny.
Supercross
well,
over this
Tomac's getting a
stupid
little
series.
aggressive, too. Looks like he's tired of waiting. He fended off Craig, and now he's thinking, I better just get around this 17 and get going. And there it is.
Oh.
Tomac makes the move in the Red Bull KTM.
Christian's
Goes
got a
into the
run
lead.
on him.
The thrill, the applause of the crowd here in Australia. Savachi tries to attack back at the 17, can't get it done. Inside he goes. Tomac cuts it up. Oh, and he almost T-boned Savachi, and Roxon gets around Savachi on the outside. Great racing action here at the Australian GP.
Incredible. An incredible racecraft.
Savachi looking inside on Roxon, but Kenny gets away.
Kenny
Deegan's
was so
racing
sneaky
right
to all
now.
that. He made the
He's
move
in
by
9th
Craig and
place.
Joey, and he's so good in those moments, and now we get it again. Vancouver 2.0. It's Tomac and Roxon. Let's go.
Tomac trying to find his line, get his rhythm going. He knows Roxon's there. And Roxon ready to battle his old nemesis here.
Woo! Roxon on
World
fire.
champions. Tomac, the reigning world champ. Roxon, a 2-time world champion. And here they come through the woods. Look how quick they two are. Oh, Roxon squares it up.
Oh!
Tomac goes inside. Roxon takes the high line to the next corner. Roxon
Around
Tomac.
Tomac.
Yes! Ken Roxon to the lead.
15 years of this.
Yeah.
These boys go back to their youth. They've been battling since the 250 days, even mini bike
And
days.
the
here they
series
are,
won't pay
in their
Roxon to
30s,
do the last
pushing
2
the limit.
rounds.
And for this moment,
Idiots.
Ken Roxon makes the move and gets the better of the number 1 of Eli Tomac. Great work, Kenny.
And this is exactly
Oh, and
why
Tomac
we have a
quadded.
sold-out stadium here in the Gold Coast. These Australian fans have been so anxious to see these top-level legends battling it out just like they are here tonight, and these racers are delivering in the Australian GP.
Think back to those.
Can't believe
mistakes.
Sabachi's
Oh,
hanging.
man.
Tapping into the tuck blocks, he was so close to the edge of the track through the woods.
Ralph, a first lap mistake, a second lap mistake. He recovers. He
2 laps to
that
go.
race half comes into play. He gets Craig, gets Sabachi, nice and slick, and then one-on-one.
Deegan,
with the
8th
legend
place,
Tomac.
cannot
This is
get
an
around
incredible
Anderson.
Moment and ride by Ken Roxon.
They're going to call it
Not only did he
learning.
get around him, he's pulling away from him. The gap right now is a second.
I'm
and
going
a
to call
half.
it losing.
What an answer from Vancouver. I mean,
And this is almost done. We're already up to lap 6 here of the scheduled 8, and Roxon looking for 10 points here.
just a perfect balance of aggression and craft,
Amazing.
throttle control on a slick
All the
track.
troubles that
Kenny
Sabachi
is
had in the
top of
AMA
his game right now is a battle. He's
pointing
done
him
between
out of the
their teammates. It ain't over with
250
them.
class.
Tomac still getting through the top of the whoops as good as anybody ever has.
That's what cost him the
And
Triumph ride.
Sabachi, this is a bit of a blow, I got to believe, to Joey Sabachi.
Probably better off now.
And
Look at that
not only
Honda.
has he lost the lead and second, but he's lost third to his teammate.
Yeah, tough go after winning the Super Bowl. Hey, Jason Anderson got smacked pretty good by a Ronda there. Took him out in the corner before the finish line jump. You're going to see his name drop. Yeah, down to 10th now, but good ride by Christian Craig. He needs to build off of what he did in those early laps. Joey Sabachi, fast in Super Bowl, but tough
Cooper
first race for
Webb,
him.
typical
And
5th
Cooper
place.
Webb.
Oh!
Closing big problems here. That was Sabachi.
That was Sabachi.
And guess what? Webb goes by. Sabachi with a huge problem. Webb gets around him, and Joey loses another spot.
Oh my
Off-exceed
God.
Teammate on teammate crime right there. For Christian Craig, he keeps it together, goes wide, looks back, Sabachi loses the spot.
That's a bummer,
Wow, there might be
man.
some words back in the quad lock Honda truck after that one. That was pretty aggressive after that quad.
And unfortunately, team owner Yuri Konski not here tonight to keep things cool if it does get elevated passion-wise.
Yeah, this is sprint race 1. I mean, with what we're seeing so far, I think we're just getting started at the night. But this man is so impressive.
Oh,
It's
yeah, this is
hard
worth
to
staying
lose
up all
a
fucking
Supercross
night.
race and then bounce
2
back the
a.m.
next
here.
weekend on a legend like Eli Tomac. But can he put his head down in that one? I mean, he was perfect from lap 3 on, and that's great recovery too, because those 2 big mistakes could have cost him and shook him up a little bit. It did nothing of the sort.
On to the final lap here. Ken Roxon out front and leading. The points leader coming to the checkered flag.
Roxon,
Ken
man.
to win SX race.
So
1,
crazy.
SX1 race 1.
What in the hell are they
The
thinking, man?
Australian
Not paying
GP.
him to do the 2 rounds.
For Ken, that is his 14th race win.
He just drove
in his
around the
FIM
outside of
World
Eli
Supercross
Tomac, and they're
career.
going to let him go? Ah.
And he brought this crowd to its feet early and often in this
Sick.
one as he fought to the front of the field and put Tomac behind him. All right, Kristen, let's hear from him.
Ken Roxon, that was an exhilarating race to watch as a fan. I'm even out of breath for you. What was it like from your vantage point? What a great battle to witness.
It's warm. I mean, it's a lot hotter in the stadium than it is outside, actually. So I didn't get off to the best start, and I made a couple of mistakes in the very beginning, and that cost me. It's so slippery and dry. It's tough out there. You just got to be so easy on the throttle. Quite a few 90-degree turns, so just careful to not push it.
Ken, this is your 5th GP race win of the season.
You heard Ken talk about the weather. It is incredibly hot, extremely humid here tonight. And it's every bit of 94% humidity,
Love it.
so it feels.
Wow,
As
that
you
was
take
worth
a
it.
look at the SX1
Deegan
race
6th,
one
and the
results.
only reason why is
Roxon, Tomac, Craig, Webb, Sabachi, your top 5. Hayden Deegan, we didn't get
it's
to talk
because
about
of
him,
that
the
bubble,
changeover
but
weight,
Sabachi got back
6th,
around him.
And Anderson back in 8th.
Oh, Anderson got hit. That's why Deegan moved up.
And it's not often after a hard-fought battle in a race like that.
Totally agree, man.
That we get one of the legends.
And he's a freaking nice guy. I've played roulette with him before in Las Vegas. I've seen him at.
Absolutely. Now Ken Roxon makes his way through the pack, and then how about this moment?
Oh, and Joey Savati, I mean,
Man.
both guys off track, but Joey was the real guy that lost out in that.
They do sit on the edge of your seat, so I'm keen to watch the rest of the races.
This has
Fucking
to be
battery
one
died.
of the best nights of
It might die
Supercross in
again.
Australian history. We always say as Queenslanders, you and I, that we love our sport, but to see Queenslanders turn out
I'm
for
plugged
an event like
into a
this,
better
this is
source
such a
right now,
special-
so hopefully it stays on.
To have it in Queensland, I feel like we don't really get much Supercross racing in Queensland, so it's great to have it in our hometown and all the fans that probably can't make it to all the other races.
Okay.
And to have all the pro riders.
I think we might be good again.
In Australia, it's awesome.
You're a very successful racer yourself, and you've had a chance to travel the world with that profession. How fun has it been for you this year
Sorry
being able
about
to
that,
travel
my battery
and race and
died.
be successful on the motorcycle?
It's honestly a dream come true. I get to train, race, travel the world, doing
But-
something that I really love. So I look forward to next year. I will be living.
Why
in
do they think we
America,
need to hear the
training
chicks
with
all the
best
time,
women
man?
in the world. So I can't wait to be on the podium, get the racing underway.
Great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Well, congratulations on your success. Good luck in the future and enjoy the rest of your night here in Australia. And for you watching at home, you can vote for the Rider of the Night. The QR code's going to pop up. Scan that code. Pick your favorite rider here
Okay.
at the Gold Coast of Australia. A lot to choose from, too. I don't even know who my favorite tonight is. Of course, Enzo Lopes and Joey
battery
Sabatini got me
died.
fired up after Super Bowl. But Max Anstie,
Yeah, exactly.
It's just been so unbelievable once the gates dropped. His move early
All
in
the
that race on Lopes
stars
to make that pass, that was
the
pretty impressive as
stars.
well. The guy's just found another level, and he's just sitting on it.
Well, and Enzo Lopes showed us just how important it is to get that P1 in Super Bowl, and then Max Anstie showed us how important it is to close these races out. He was flawless. You said it in the call, but his whoop entry speed.
Come on,
as
Charger.
You get into
Catch
these
up.
whoops breaking down. The harder you have to be on the throttle at the end of the whoop section, the
Fucking
more you're going to
3%.
unsettle the bike. He just carries so much entry speed. He can lay off the throttle, ride that thing out, and he's making up so much time on these guys in those whoops, and ultimately just taking pressure off himself throughout the rest of the race.
Look at the fans fired up. They want more. They're going to get more. We've got another sprint race coming for both classes. And, of course, the main event, 12 laps to close out the night. Look at Colin Park. He got a
Hopefully
good
they don't
jump
show
out of
us the
gate. But
50s.
Enzo Lopes, super sneaky up this inside.
I love the kids, but
And he's going to have that
I'm not
gate
interested in
all night,
seeing
right?
that
That
shit
is the
tonight.
importance of going out there and getting it done. And he looked great in those opening exchanges with Max Anstie. Ultimately, though, it was Max Anstie that put an aggressive but very fair move on him to get into P1, and he just rode away from there.
You know, these boys rode all day.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a
alone, chasing
3-hour
pure
broadcast,
speed. That was our
so-
first chance to actually see some racing and learn what works,
think we're
what
gonna
doesn't
have to
work.
watch the
I have
mini
to know
bikes.
Shane was a big
Fuck.
mistake right there. That really was tough for him in the mid part of that race. But I have to imagine now they're reviewing what happened, and now these lines that they just finally raced with, they might
There
be
you
a little
go,
more
Jay,
polished
right
with
there.
those lines now that they know where they're at.
Oh, they might as well been on the track for the first time in that race. It changed so much. But one thing that didn't change was Max Anstie collecting
sorry
that
about the
second
power
place.
outage.
Yeah, and 7-0 feels really, really good if you're Max, but it also stings if you're Cody Schock, Enzo Lopes, Shane McElrath, who are all riding
I was
great.
trying to
They
charge
just
off
haven't
my
been able to
Roku.
find a way. Just something,
Like a
maybe
snail.
a start, maybe the whoop, something to overtake Max Anstie. It's been a great night of action so far. SX2, SX1 just getting started. More racing coming from the Gold Coast of Australia.
Okay, we're ready. We are ready.
So now we are headed toward the second race of the night for SX2. This will be another
Thanks for all
8-lap
the likes,
race
you guys.
with another 10 points up for grabs for the winner. And the key, again, will be Max Anstey. Can he stay perfect, Daniel? We'll see.
Well, what I'm watching to kickstart this race is going to be that start. Can Max Anstey execute
McElrath,
what
he's
done
out
all
of
year long, which is
excuses,
off the
man.
pad, make a good shift,
We
and then
need
get
the
over
Australian
enough to protect
Open
the inside because he recognized
last
Loeb
year. It
stuck
doesn't
underneath
count
him. So
anymore.
I'm watching Max on this start. How far over to the left can he get, or we see an absolute replica of Moto number 1?
Well, as we saw in Vancouver, Max, as you take a look at the gate picks where they'll be lined up, McElrath, Loeb, Schock, and the rest, Max, who will be in gate 5, was perfect coming out of the gate at the start of every race in Vancouver, was the first one to the corner. Each race, he got a little bit further out in front of everybody by the time.
A lot of arena
he got
cross
to the
guys
corner
in
two,
this
and then
thing.
ended up having total pick of the line that he wanted entering
Wageman.
into turn 1.
Wagerman.
So pretty scary because he gets better as the night goes on, and that's tough news
Reese
for the
is out
competition
there
because
too,
that
I
first
think.
one was pretty dang good.
Vince
My guess is
Sleazebags,
right
old
now that
teammate.
bobble in Super
from
Bowl
MCR.
pretty far back in the memory of Max Anstey.
Yeah, not worried about it anymore. You go out and get that big win, get that checkered flag, 7-0. He's feeling okay.
All right, we'll see. Can Max Anstey stay perfect and win another one here, the Australian GP?
I thought Matt Moss was supposed to be racing in the 450 class
All right,
tonight,
let's
but
take
I
a
didn't see him
look
yet.
as you see this huge crowd on hand here tonight. What a thrill for them to see all the best riders in the world here tonight. Max locking down the front, and let's check in with Kristen.
Thanks so much, Ralph. I checked in with a few of the SX2 riders leading into this second GP race, and all of them have expressed deficiency in their bike. All of their bikes feeling underpowered here. I asked some of the mechanics why. They said the humidity, the climate is actually affecting the power output on these bikes because of that 80% humidity we're seeing here on the
Oh,
Gold Coast.
come on. They could do this
Kristen,
whole
another
damn
thing
track
with that,
in
I talked to
second
Brian
gear.
Deegan about it, and he said Hayden is frustrated with the lack of power he's seen on his 450. He said, yes, the humidity and the heat is part of that, Daniel, but also the fuel. You know, everywhere we go around the globe, we're seeing different fuel, and the engine mapping has to match what's with the fuel.
They
And if you
could
can't
bring
get it
some
right, you're
VP
down a lot of
fuel or
power.
what?
Yeah, think about this championship. It's a global series that's moving all over the world. We were in Buenos Aires. Then we went north to Vancouver, and it was really cold out. Bike's going to run a certain way. It is hot. It
They're
is
fuel
humid. We're in an open
injected,
stadium
man.
here, so a complete change. And yes, the fuel plays a role, the mapping, everything plays a role. And this track's tough. There is some tricky rhythm sections, and when your bike's not working exactly how you know it to be, you second guess a little bit. So that's going to play a role as we get into this night.
One thing about being down a little bit on power, if we do have a
this is
slippery
bullshit.
racetrack like we do,
Excuse
being down a
factory.
little bit of power can help you get off the corners.
Yeah, it might actually help in areas where you need it to be a little mellower, find a little bit of traction. So the jumps, that might be an issue when you're trying to navigate the power you need off of each obstacle, but maybe a little bit uptick in aggression on the flat corners and the dry slick parts if your bike is operating at a little bit of a deficiency.
There's the Arby's back, number 16 of Enzo
McElrath,
Lopes,
he
the
looks
Brazilian
stressed out.
rider. We know everybody down there in Brazil
Thanks
tuned
for the
in and
like.
watching him, even though it's very early in the morning over there right now. But they're huge fans of Supercross and huge fans of Enzo Lopes, and they are supporting their guy who's having a good night, racing for Rick Ware, riding the Yamaha number 16. Shane McElrath, the reigning champ on the number 1. And we are 30 seconds away from the start of SX2 race number 2 here, the 2025 Australian GP at Cebus Super Stadium. All right.
Inside gate.
Anstey, you can see him 4 gates over from the doghouse where the big W is to the right. He's got Schock to the inside and Thompson to the outside. Are you ready?
Let's
Here
go.
we go. Anstey with a good start on the inside.
Oh, wow.
Gets tight to the bottom. Takes
Oh, he got run over,
hard,
dude.
coming through the rhythm section right after the
Dude, that
first
dude
corner.
got run over.
Didn't get a chance to catch a number in all the dirt that went flying up. But Anstey's out front. You got Lopes right behind him. Then here comes
might see
Schock
a
on the
red flag
69. And Park Cullen Park.
Woo! Whiskey throttle.
Yep, that's Cullen right there back and forth on the 43. And he's going to get around Shock to take third away as they
That was
come into the
Enzo
woods.
that was riding,
Max
good
Anstey
riding.
executed that start perfectly. He got the jump, made the shift, and Ralph, he moved over, hard braking, and now he doesn't have to pass Enzo Lopes this moto. The battle is right behind him, though.
Yeah, and we have to give credit to the 460 right behind them. That's Michael Hicks on the start.
got the
He
crash
got a
victim
tremendous
off the
start. He's
side.
up to 5th.
Good ride by Cullen Park to get up front a little earlier than we've seen. He's had to make a lot of passes this year, but he's up front now in that top 3 in a fight with Cody Shock. This was a battle that was forming late in race 1. We're going to get it here in race 2.
And Daniel, I believe that was Caleb Barham who went down, unfortunately, making his debut in FIM World Supercross competition here. As we saw Shock
Can we
make a
watch the
huge
race?
run. There's Barham right
We don't care
there.
about
He's
the
up and
fifth
riding away. As Shock on the 69 gets back around Cullen Park, and then Park trying to
Oh,
find a
and
way
somebody
back.
just
And
ate
followed
shit.
another rider down.
Is that
would
Enzo?
be Lopes.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
Enzo Lopes. Enzo Lopes gets off into the tuck blocks, and down he goes, and out of second place, dropping rapidly.
So much going on right there. Cullen Park misses the triple, but gets
Lap
back by
rider,
Shock.
yeah.
Now you got McElrath and Hicks in a battle with Shock. Lopes down. Anstey nowhere to be found. He's gone.
And Hicks is putting the heat on the reigning champion McElrath, and joining the phrase.
What's up, Michael?
Kyle Chisholm.
You're welcome,
on the
Justin.
Pikes
Sorry I
Motorsports
lost
Group
power
Suzuki,
earlier.
Number 11 gets around Hicks in all blue riding gear.
And a big mistake by Cody.
We didn't
Shock.
miss
That's where that
anything,
tuck
just
block came
stupid
from.
chick talking.
Lost the rhythm sections, had to double.
Oh, my OJ.
The 11
Cody
Chisholm
Shock.
just like that with a huge twist of the throttle.
This is not what it looked like a lap ago. Everybody has switched positions. Now Cullen Park's alone. McElrath's alone in third. Shock
Rappers in the way.
Chisholm joins the party. Here comes Thompson. Kalana Humphrey making his debut. Oh,
Enzo's
no.
gone.
Lopes is off. Lopes is done. He rides
Yeah,
back
he
to
is.
the mechanics area to get the bike worked on. He'll be back for race number 3. And no points for him here in SX2 race number 2. Best ride of the season so far for Kyle Chisholm as he's up to 6th. And I love seeing Michael Hicks in 4th. Great start for him.
Yeah, he
Hicks
was
on the
really
mark.
good at Buenos Aires in race number 2. Haven't seen him since, so good for him to get back up in that lead group. But Max Anstey is being rewarded for executing the perfect start. And the start
got like a
isn't always
7-second
just off the
gap
gate. The
or
shift
more.
is what you do in the first corner. He had great braking, moved over, a lot of awareness where the competition was. And that's why he's rewarded right now with a clear track, and he is long gone.
We are up to lap 5 as the leaders fly over the finish line jump. It's Anstey Park.
Anstey is going to be 8-0 on the season. Moto wins.
Humphrey and Despre, the top 10.
You know, Kristen mentioned the power of the motorcycle and how that's playing a role in Ralph. I think the chassis is as well. It's so slick. You want to soften up the bike so you can find a little traction, but this track's got steep jumps.
Look
and
at
big
Chisholm,
hills, so
man, in
finding that
6th.
perfect
That's
balance
so
of suspension,
crazy.
It's been a fight
Dude's
for these
like
guys all night as
39
well.
years old.
Chisholm got back around Thompson, so put him back into 6th. And the Canadian.
How do you stay in the 250 class for that long?
Meanwhile, Anstey absolutely
Woo!
perfect. Oh boy, gets a little loose there on the back end.
And those are getting tougher. I mean, Enzo Lopes is one of the better riders in whoops, and we didn't see the crash. We saw the end of it. For him to go down, being as
All you
big
have
and
to do is
strong and
miss
talented
one,
as he is,
spin the
you know
tire on the
back
next,
half of
and
that
you're
wheel
out.
section is getting cupped out. It's getting slick. We saw Max Anstey, who's been the best all season. He gets a little kick out, and we're still at sprint race number 2. Those are going to get tougher, Ralph. We're not even halfway through this night.
How long till we see them start jumping through those whoops, Daniel?
Well, they
Cooper's
didn't
going to
do it
be
in
jumping through
qualifying,
him
so if
next.
they're going to do it, they're going to have to find it in the moment, and that's really challenging. Justin Cooper was a wild card in the first 2 rounds of the season. He was always the first to find that rhythm. Without him here, I haven't seen
63
anybody do it yet,
friends.
so it's going to have to happen in the
The
moment.
more
but
people that
they get any
subscribe,
tougher
the
than they are
more
right now. The option will
space
and
YouTube will
become
give us for
available
other
over
people
time,
to get
but it's
in.
tough to get it that first
There's the
time.
fight for second right here. The
Thanks.
43 apart, trying to hang on in front of Shane McElrath, the reigning world champion in this category. And you Anstey Park and McElrath both get through that big whoop pad fairly smoothly.
Man, if Park can finish second place in this moto, that's going to be huge.
That's what's telling you right now how challenging they are. When these guys are looking around, maybe the left works for a while. One bad
He's
lap,
a big
starts
dude
looking
too.
for
He
the right.
reminds me of
So at least
Wyndham.
there's two options moving forward. But
Long legs,
these guys
good in
are
the
being
whoops.
challenged. The rest of this night, it's only going to get tougher.
And here's Michael Hicks on that 460. Thompson, Chisholm, and then behind Chisholm
Somebody was
comes
down
Kyle
on a
Peters
Yamaha.
on the 110. Pretty good ride for him as he sits in
Kyle
right
Peters,
now.
Making his way
Arena
back
Cross
to the pack and
superstar,
trying to find a way by
seven-time
Kyle Peters, who you
champ,
said,
I
is
think.
having a great race right now. We've seen him kind of sitting in this area most of the season, but we had a few laps there where he was closer to the top 5. They're all settling in right now and kind of spaced out, so less defense, a little less offense, more just survival as we go one lap to go in SX2 race 2.
Final lap underway here in race number 2. Last year, Kyle Chisholm finished 7th overall in this category. His best finish, a 6th at Cardiff, the very first FIM World Supercross race, and he matched that in Vancouver a year ago.
That was beautiful. I mean, the way he entered that corner, the braking technique, his ability to roll up the throttle, smooth delivery all the way around. You match that with perfect rhythm sections. He's not clipping anything. I mean, Ralph, he's really locked into this really nice pace where he's not having to take any chances. And it's just clean. You see that early shift right there. I'll bet it's another one going into the corner. This is just calculated and absolutely perfect fundamentals.
And look how good he is through that whoops. And Max Anstey to the checkered flag. He's got another one here in 2025. Max Anstey wins
Maximum
race
Anstey.
career victory number 17 here tonight.
Maximum
The
wins.
Australian GP as he takes SX2 race number 2. And another 10 points go into the bucket for Max Anstey as he works his way towards the 2025 championship and his second FIM World Supercross title. What a run for Anstey and Team GSM as they stay absolutely perfect in every race. And here's something he's done again. That's an interview with Kristen Beat.
Another chick talker.
I was actually just noticing on your bike all the movement you were making
It has
throughout
wheels.
that race because you can see it by your
Bike has
graphics. But
wheels.
Max, during that race, a slight bobble through the whoop
motor.
section. What did you say to yourself after that moment?
I tried some different lines. They're really tricky. They're really slick. And I actually said to Austin, my mechanic, I was a little too aggressive. I've got to be a little more gentle with the gas. It's so easy to break traction. My bike's working great. Shout out to all the Star Racing Yamaha crew back in Cairo, Georgia. The bike's amazing.
Air pressure.
Thanks to everyone here tonight. We've got one more to go. Let's go get it done.
The win
air.
streak
More
continues.
traction.
It is just remarkable, Kristen, because so many little things can go wrong in a Supercross race, even just an 8-lap affair, and Max has been perfect every time we've dropped the gate. Anstey, Park, McElrath, Schock, and Hicks, the top 5 in race number 2.
Okay. Here we go again for some more Deegan learning.
Well, Jace, SX2 finishes sprint race number 2, and I noticed an absolute change in the riding. They had to. The track is getting slicker, it's getting drier, big mistakes, it's crashed by Lopes. The energy
When in
has
doubt,
changed
let the air
that
out.
quick in the night.
First motos, it looked like these guys were racing each other. That second moto, it looked like the guys were racing the track. Those whoops looking especially difficult. But I just don't think these guys can take their eye off the prize anywhere around this Gold Coast circuit.
In the whoops, Max Anstey said in his interview that he had to change his approach a little bit, back off a little bit. What did you notice with him? Because he did have a big mistake there. Do you feel that's just power? Was it the line choice, a combination of both? Because that's where he was special. He was better than everybody in the whoops, but even he had his issues.
Well, that's the problem when you go searching. He has been able to be on this track out front, doing his own thing. He's been able to have his pick all throughout the day,
That
but the
guy got
track
lucky as
dictated,
hell.
not other riders, that he needed to
He's
change
gonna have
lines.
some rug
The
burn
risk,
from
and
that.
that risk almost cost him we see it cost Enzo Lopes huge repercussions for him in the championship, not just this overall.
Yeah, and he was so great in Super Bowl and that first race. There's Max's big mistake, but you saw McElrath in Park taking different
Hey,
lines.
dude, I'm in Tahoe.
Trying to find something, but we're getting to the point
It's
tonight.
2:30.
One more 450 race, and there might not be anything available for the rest of the field. But Anstey cleaned it up.
We're on the
and if
same
he can
time
continue to
frame.
Just kind of cruise his way through like that. I mean, he may have his biggest win of the night in the last one.
What is
And
your
I
name?
haven't seen
Rip Grayson?
anybody jump these
Yeah.
whoops. There's no
Rip
real
Grayson,
clear
USA.
jump line through these whoops.
I'm in the
These
same
guys
boat
are
as you,
more than
man.
audible in Moto 3 if they are going to have to go to a jump line.
We saw in Vancouver, they would blitz, they would hammer.
Last
drop
week
in.
we had
I don't know if
230
that's
or
available yet, but I
240
guarantee
people in
they're
the
thinking about it right
in
now.
the
Speaking of
stream,
jumping whoops,
so
one of the best to ever
I
do
thought
it
I'd
is
fire
down
it
the floor
up
with Kristen Beat.
this time too. This is a big race
Daniel,
with
I'm standing
Deegan
by
being
with
in it.
Cooper Webb. Cooper, you're making your World Supercross debut, but also a debut on a brand new bike, a new chassis. How are you adapting?
We're getting used to it. We're getting better
What's
each
up,
time out,
Hugo?
but we're definitely still struggling in the whoops a little bit. That's the area we need to work on. So kind of stuck with what we got right now. We're dealing with obviously running some different fuel and stuff, so the bikes haven't been running great all day, but we're racing, man. We're learning. Just getting to try to get a good start with my gate pick and try to get back closer to the front of the pack.
Cooper, thanks
I think
so much.
it's
He's looking to
8:30
improve on
in
a fourth
Australia
place
right
finish in
now.
GP race number 1, guys.
8:30
I know
p.m.
Cooper Webb entering this series had higher expectations for himself. I'm looking for him to try to make the podium.
And Jace, for him to be able to do that, he's going to have to get a better start. But he mentioned with his gate pick in World Supercross, you carry that pick all night long. He's a little bit on
They
the
just
outside,
confirmed
so
that
unless he
Deegan's
just
going
nails
back to the
this one,
250.
He may be playing catch up all night long.
But you
This will
mentioned
be
it
his
before,
last
if we do
450
go
event
through to jumpers
until
tonight
outdoor
in World,
motocross
Super Webb is
in,
going to be able to
June
make up
next
massive
year.
amounts of time, especially if guys in front of him
Right on,
have
San
run the
Jose.
figure right. I think that he is going to be coming through the pack for the rest of this.
There
for the
you
rest
go.
of the night.
Coming
8:30.
up next is sprint race number 2 for the SX1 division, and then we have those main events. So back to the track. Dry, slick, and getting tougher throughout the night. So I have to imagine that the riders are adjusting in the moment, maybe suspension adjustment, but there's definitely some things going on in the pit right now as the track deteriorates.
And you know what? I've been getting texts all night. Everybody here is saying that is some of the best racing I've ever seen. Regardless of what happens, the fans here are absolutely loving it.
They are getting a treat.
I
It's
agree.
been battles all night long. It's been mistakes all
Everybody's
night long. We
healthy.
had Ken Roxon, who was absolutely
All we needed
phenomenal
was
in the
the
first
Lawrence
race of the night,
brothers.
making passes all the way through, and that was just the beginning.
10:30 in the
SX1 race
UK.
2 coming up next.
Nicholas. Right on, man. I'm gonna keep on streaming all sorts of races, especially when Supercross
There he
starts.
is,
So
Ken Roxon, the winner.
we'll do the rest of this
SX1
series,
race
and then
number 1 earlier tonight. Can he go 2
and next
for
thing you
2
know, it'll be
in the Gold
January.
Coast of Australia as we get ready
A1.
for SX1 Australian GP race number 2. Another 8-lapper, 10 points up for grabs.
you bet, man. I'll try and buy a camera in between now and Supercross
As we
season,
said,
so
Daniel, this track is just going to continue
we'll
to
get a better
deteriorate.
view. I
Any
know
other
it's a
spot
narrow
outside the
view,
whoops
but
where
it's
you're
all the
seeing
phone
some
will
issues
give.
developing or not?
Yeah, I mean, the
If I
flat
turn it
corners
sideways,
are
it just turns
getting
it sideways.
tougher, and these
It
riders
doesn't
by
make it any
nature
bigger.
are so aggressive. They want to hit
I wonder if I
everything
take
hard.
off auto
You have to be
rotation. Let me
patient. So
see.
right now, it's just about finding that balance, but they're legends for a reason. They're the best in the business at
No,
adjusting.
I already
That
tried it.
adjustment
Didn't
is
work.
coming right now.
There's Henry Miller on the 29. Beautiful city views of the Gold Coast of Australia. I don't know about you, Daniel, but this has quickly become my favorite part of Australia.
It's been amazing from the moment I landed till this very moment.
I didn't
It's been
see what
exciting.
happened to
It has
Anderson.
been
He got
hot.
hit or
We are
something
sweating up here a little bit.
about
The riders have it
3/4 of
worse
the
than
way
we
through
do.
that first
And the
moto.
battles are going to get tougher, and that
somebody.
racing is going to get longer. So for them, the challenge is still coming.
And now with my flight getting canceled tomorrow, I get another day.
That's right. You get to enjoy the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I'll be out of here right early. I'll hit you up when I get home after
Yeah.
I watch a few more games of
Haven't heard from Freezebag at
Here
all.
come the rest of the riders making their way by us. You see Christian Craig on the 28. There's
He was
Aranda
supposed to be
on
the
20.
silent
He's
assassin.
had some real flashes of brilliance here tonight. What do you think he's got going now as he gets ready for race number 2?
Well, I think he's just in the moment. And sometimes as a rider, you feel a track. You feel good on it. You get your confidence going.
Come on,
You're
Savachi,
battling
this
with all
is
these
your
different
night until you
guys, and
blew
you
it,
just
man.
roll with it. You just
Halfway
stay on
through it.
track, get in there and battle. I will say, though, Jason Anderson got hit pretty hard by him in that race. We'll see if that resurfaces here in race 2.
Kristen, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Ralph. I checked in with Martin Davalos, team manager for the Firepower Honda team of both Joey Savachi and Christian Craig, who have been having phenomenal nights. I asked him what are his expectations for his team, and he said, listen, we're not there. Yuriv Konski, team principal, Martin Davalos not present here tonight, but they have been utterly frustrated with the season so far. They told their team no more excuses. It is time to perform, and we're seeing it from both riders tonight.
They're getting the performance, but they're not finishing the job.
Yeah, that's the whole
there's
thing,
some
man.
Pressure in the team
not
dynamic
there
too,
at
and I
the
have
end,
to
who
imagine it's
fucking
even
cares?
worse now after that.
Coming
Savachi,
together.
yeah, and you know what? I don't think that was meant to be dirty. That was a big quad, and when you land off a quad, you're trying to break. I think it was just a kind of a bad angle he took, but hey, guess what? You make contact, you still remember.
See the points available: 10 for the win, 9 for second, and on down to 1 for finishing in 10th. Everybody getting the goggles in place now. You see Cooper Webb to the right of the W. Hayden
Webb, I
Deegan
think
just
he
to the
was
left of
fifth
it
in
on
the
the
first one.
38. He had a top
Sneaky
10
Webb.
in race number 1. Can he improve here in race number 2? Tomac next to Roxon and Savachi and Anderson and Craig all
Here
over
we
there
go
to
again.
the far right of the
Roxon
gate.
on fire.
Get ready,
Dynamite.
here we go.
Lightning speed.
World Supercross Championship Australian GP SX1 category race number 2.
It's true. Deegan, this is Deegan's last 450 race
And it
until
looks like it's
motocross
gonna be
next
Tixier
June.
on the 911 getting a tremendous start
It's true.
and jumping out in front of
I've seen it
everybody.
confirmed multiple times. Yep.
Wow, Cooper Webb.
Yeah, Cooper gets by and gets out front, and now Cooper doing what Cooper does, and that's pull away.
I don't
And
think he's
so
going to be able to
smart,
hang on to
so
that,
crafty.
though.
His ability to nail that start, and not only the
Cooper
start, but
Webb.
the first corner.
Oh,
then
wow.
aggression
Roxon
right off
was-
the top. I
Oh,
asked
that
Jake,
was
can he do it from out there?
Anderson
Well, he just
goon
answered
riding.
He can, and now he gets the lead in World Supercross.
Savachi's already around Tixier as well. He's up to second. Here comes Anderson on the 21, and now Ombre makes the move to take over third, and Tixier is dropping the anchor on that 911 and falling quickly back through the field.
And we are about to see a display from Eli Tomac and Ken Roxon, who are both outside of the top 5, battling with riders that they're not typically around. It's gonna be a
Deegan's
very
in
important
fourth.
First 2 laps for the number 1 and the 94.
Here comes Tomac from 8th. He's got Devin Simonson in
Something
the lead
happened.
as they're working through the field.
Cameraman's lost.
And there's Roxon back in the middle.
And the crowd is cheering. I believe Hayden Deegan and Jason Anderson.
Here it is right here.
I-
There's Deegan and there's Anderson. Deegan on the blue bike, Anderson on the yellow.
And I think the introduction has been made. The crowd went crazy. Deegan goes by as we watch Tomac and Roxon. Looks like a Stark off the side. Vince Freeze off the side of the track. Ralph, we are getting some action early in these
Freeze
races.
back.
In the front, in the middle.
Roxon all the way back in 11.
Yeah, I
trying
don't
to
think
fight
that
his
Webb's
way
going to be able to
through.
hang on, and he's
Meanwhile,
my boy,
Cooper
but
Webb, 2 seconds up on Joey Savachi.
I'm also honest with
Here's
myself
Roxon
about
around to the
that.
outside,
He's
cuts
not
to
going
the
to be able to
inside,
hang with this
And he
group.
picks off 2 or 3 right there in one corner.
It is slippery, though.
This track is
That's right up his alley.
so
Low lines
awesome
and
right
slippery
now.
dirt.
Oh, Christian
Up.
Craig.
Craig
goes
figures.
down on the 28. Back up and going.
Christian
He's
Craig's
a
like
spot or two.
water in a hot
He's
oil
back in
pan.
11th right now.
And you know what? If you're Ryan Brees, good on you, man. Get up front with these
Yeah,
guys.
Brees
It's
is
not
an
often
amateur
you get
compared
Eli
to these
Tomac and
guys.
Jason Anderson. This is a great opportunity for him to make a name for himself just in the battle alone.
Tomac to the inside on Brees, gets around the 200. He'll move up a spot that puts him to 5th. Brees is not done. He's going to battle with him.
Yeah, he's on an MCR.
Jump. It's a couple
Please.
bike lengths now between Tomac and Brees as they exit off the corner. Here's Anderson still chasing Deegan. That's a fight for third. It's Webb, Savacci, Deegan, and Anderson.
And Webb is up 3.7. I'm telling you, there's no mind like
I don't know, it's
Webb.
only
His
4
ability
laps.
to
Maybe we're
learn
not going to be
and
right.
adjust in between races.
Looks like we got
Execute
77
start,
people in
keep
here.
on.
If you
That's
guys
special.
subscribe,
And
it'll
how about
open
Deegan
the room
now
up
making
to
his
other
way
people.
Joey Savacci. And I'll tell you what, he is running
YouTube
from
wants
the
more
21 of
subscribers
Jason
so that we
Anderson.
can
There
get
was
more in the
contact
room.
made. And this 458
Thanks.
series got a little spicier here in race number 2.
Savacci, that bike dancing around on him. Deegan gets across the woods. Beautiful.
3 laps to
Carries a
go,
tremendous
man.
amount of speed through that
Can
corner.
Webb make
And
it?
Hayden Deegan
Thanks, dude.
closes in on
Appreciate it,
Joey
Moto.
Savacci. Man, that rear end really kicking out on the 38 Yamaha. Deegan is charging.
He's got to be able to get Savacci. Come on, Deegan. All the hype. Oh, yeah.
He will over time.
You see that corner speed?
He comes from that Carmichael Tomac vein where he rides with everything he's got. He will become
4.
a better version of this, but he ain't going to change.
He has caught Savacci, and the race is on for second here.
It's gonna be the
And
whoops.
One race number 2. Hayden Deegan making his final Supercross appearance for 2025 and 2026 on a 450. He'll go back to a 250 for the AMA Championship. Deegan going for
Squeeze.
second. He over the finish line jump, bar to bar. He cuts inside, down low. He got him. Hayden Deegan takes second and looks over to Savacci and says, "Better get used to me, pal. Here I come."
For a 19-year-old to have that kind of race.
Oh, he cased it.
There, and Savacci goes right back by. Deegan back to the inside. Cuts down low. Big hit. He's back out in front.
All this looking over the shoulder
man.
shit,
19
man.
years old, making mistakes. That's okay. So aggressive.
Oh, he cased it.
Right into the face of that rhythm jump.
And now Roxon's going to go.
Now coming up the battle on the
Oh, that's
Three
Anderson.
riders fighting it out. Yamaha, Suzuki,
Sorry,
Honda battling
got excited.
here with the KTM of the champ, Eli Tomac getting into the mix. What a great lesson for Hayden Deegan to fight with
Learning.
these tremendous racers and be in front of the pack. He's got to stop looking back though.
Yeah, he
that'll be
does.
learned over time. He'll have to stop looking back, but right now, I
Yeah,
think he's
it's
just making
crazy,
sure he
man.
doesn't get blasted
How Webb's
because
going to get
he's
this.
playing
Why
with
does
the
he
big
keep looking
boys.
over
He's
his
playing
shoulder?
around.
Oh, there you go. And Savacci rode over his bike.
What a shame.
Yeah.
And Daniel, I got to believe some of that is because he was looking too much back.
Yeah.
And you're not focusing so much on what's in front of you.
100%, but he is here to learn. Brian said it, we're here to learn.
93,
many
right on.
lessons.
See, the
Go
subs
back
are helping.
And just review those couple laps. There's so many lessons in that. I love
If he
what
would
I
have just
see.
raced,
It was so,
he would have
so
cleaned
good.
out. And there goes Tomac
Huge mistake. Don't worry about
doing
it.
donuts.
He's the best in the
That's
world
right.
doing it.
The legends make mistakes too, man. What a fun race.
And Roxon got around Tomac.
Whoa, and
who had
Tomac
another
almost went
bubble
down
out
again.
there. Savacci is up in front of those two. He's in third. Then it's Roxon and Tomac rounding out the top 5.
And Brees.
Yeah, Anderson's been something coming off the couch this year.
And we are
Wow.
on the final lap. What a night
no.
of racing here at the Australian.
What the
GP.
hell's going on
Tomac
with
is
that
still struggling
KTM?
with the backside of that Red Bull KTM. Meanwhile, this guy out front, Cooper Webb, on a wild card appearance.
Wow, that
here
was
tonight,
something else,
had
man.
A tremendous run. At
What the
Australian
fuck
GP
was
race number
Deegan
2.
doing?
He has no clue what is going on behind him, and let me tell you, he does not care. He didn't want anything to do with that. That all goes back to that execution. This man is so smart, so calculated. Oh, well, he's just gonna. There you go. There's
There's
a
the
3,
jumper.
a 3 and a 2. So he found it, Ralph. You asked. There it is.
Cooper Webb, checker flag lighting the candles here at the
Sick,
Australian
man.
GP with a victory in race number 2.
I wish
For
that
SX1
Deegan would
Anderson,
not
a
have
superb ride
done
to
that,
second.
man. It would have been
and
way
down
more fun.
goes- Is that Craig? Yes.
Yeah.
Craig goes down. Unfortunately,
He
had a
would have
top
stayed
5
up, all
finish.
that
goes
looking
out
around
the
like he's
window.
playing with Shimoda.
Wow, what a race here in race number 2. Anderson, Savacci, Roxon, and Brees.
Christian Craig thinking about his wife's fake tits.
That's exhausting, and we didn't even race that one.
I'm tired. My heart rate is at least 150, maybe
Yeah.
more. And Ralph, that's why the fans show up. It's for that. That's what makes Supercross so special. It's the unknown. It's the unpredictable. And we got
That was
all of it
sick.
right there. Great ride to Cooper Webb to avoid all of that.
All right, Kristen, take it away.
You guys, I have something to show you right here. This is how hard Cooper Webb was hanging on. It's actually peeling back the graphics on his number plate.
It's grip
Cooper,
tape.
congratulations. Welcome to the
Another
World
ding dong
Supercross
comment from
Championship.
this chick.
To take a win in front of a full house here on the Gold Coast, and to do it in such extraordinary fashion, fighting off all the pressure behind you. How are you feeling right now?
Man, that was awesome. You know, I got a great start and got to the lead and led every lap and had some solid laps in the whoops and then just went conservative mode. Heard a lot behind me and I was just plugging away, doing my laps. Felt awesome to lead, get a win. Even though it's a moto, feels great. And yeah, excited for this last one and put myself in a good position to go out there and excel in the overall. But I want to give it up to the good Lord. All these fans are great. I want to give it up to Star Racing, Yamaha, Monster Energy, Fly, 100%.
Yamaha's
Oh,
good in the whoops tonight.
My wife. And yeah, it's great to be in
All of
Australia
them.
racing tonight and to get a win is awesome.
Cooper, well done. And guys, just the battle scars from a hard-fought race
It's
back there.
grip tape. Jeez,
Well, he's
lady.
a multi-time champion in the AMA Championship in the United States on both the 450 and a multi-time champion on the 250. And now he has a World Supercross victory here, the Australian GP, to go along with those Hall of Fame level stats he's already building upon. Cooper Webb, Jason Anderson, Savachi, Roxon, and Brink
Wow.
with a great ride.
Okay.
Paulatelli shows up
2:45.
just
It
outside
feels
the top
like
five.
6 p.m. all of a
Tomac
sudden
at
with
7.
all that
Pichier got the whole shot. ends up
excitement.
8th, and then Craig and Freezy rounding out the top 10 here in race 2.
Man, still breathing heavy after that.
Dude, I'm gassed. I am absolutely gassed after that one. That was fantastic. All right, SX1 race number 2. Highlights. Oh, there's plenty
Okay.
of them. Starting with just the start. Look
Thanks
at
for the
whole
sub.
shot to the inside the 911 gets, but then it's Webb who jumping through on the 2 and quickly gets to the lead.
Yeah, the pass here, that won him the race because it was just chaos behind him the rest of the time,
Yep.
and he didn't have to deal with any of it.
And that's why we always say the start is so important, because
I don't
the
know.
first corner
Huh?
is always chaos.
Oh,
and you never know
he
what's
was
gonna
playing
happen
look
after that.
back Lucas in every corner, fucking around with Savachi
So far back, Christian
in the
Craig,
corners,
that race, but
and
they were so far back
he
that they were
finally
in an
did a
environment
Chase
that
Sexton and
brings this
folded the
type of
front
stuff
end,
on. How about that?
and then
That was so
Savachi
fun.
ran over his
Tomax
bike.
and Deegan did so many things right, one little thing wrong, and he's going to learn from all of it. And you can
Look
see
at
the
that,
race
looking
practice
back.
there. As we said earlier,
Yep, and then he did a
he
Sexton.
told me yesterday he is not going to run the 450 AMA Championship for Supercross, but he'll get back on the 450 when they get to the Outdoor Championship.
Which is in June,
All right.
Ralph.
More coming your way from Australia.
Yeah. Somebody's got to tell him to race forward and stop looking around. He brake checked Savachi after that first pass. I don't know. Anyways, he's just one dude. The rest of the race was awesome. Then Tomac did the donut there going into the last lap, right before the rhythm section.
All right, Jace. Whew,
Are you good?
I'm
Are you
good.
all right?
Where do you want to start?
Oh, man. This has been building and building and all week we felt like there was
No,
an energy
he's out.
that was around this race. That's the energy.
So we've got Tomac with some issues late and a bad start. You got Kenny with a bad start. Kind of quietly got himself in a good position. Hayden Deegan put on an absolute show, and look, he is not afraid of the big boys. The craft is there. Some things to work out. He was looking around a little bit, but that's because I think he was running from a couple people. but I enjoyed it, and there was a lot of learning lessons in that.
Call me a Deegan Glazer, but Hayden Deegan is coming, because that was what some of just
Look
the
at this
corner
crap.
speed. When you can see this live, the corner speed that he was showing, but maybe took a little bit too much in that turn.
Yeah, you know what, he was pushing, and what I like most out of all this is his craft. He was making smart moves. He was playing the game, checking up on Savachi. He got checked up a few times. That was just, I mean, outside of that and a couple little learning lessons, I saw enough to say that kid is going to be bad.
I'm not sure if you guys saw it on the TV
Yeah, we'll
screen,
find
but he
out in
might
the
be running
outdoor
from the number
season,
21.
right?
I think so.
Because he
Right,
made
Anthony?
that pass early, and then he put down some absolute heat. I saw him doing this as he rode off the track. I hope maybe that was something with the bike and not with him. I want to see that again in his third moto.
How about old Crafty out front? Just
You called it. You literally called it.
the guy is so smart, man. He's the best at adjusting and tweaking and reevaluating, and then the gate drops and he executes and he's all alone, all the chaos all around him.
That's what I was kind of saying
What an
earlier.
absolute
I'm not
stud.
saying I picked the winner of that moto, but I'm just saying this is a Cooper Webb track. Little slick, has to turn down low. He starts turning down low in the beginning, so he's got the line run in by the time the race is over. Everybody else is still trying to figure it out.
4 points back. Remember, it's 25, 22,
Tied
20
for
is your
first,
traditional
man.
point
That's
system for race
crazy.
3. So they're all still in it, and with what we've seen tonight, they all might be in it still.
Yeah, and I mean, to have Cooper Webb in it, you said in the last segment that we did that he really shouldn't be able to get a start. He made it happen, and the track is only going to break down. It's only going to play into his hands more. You've got Ken Roxon there. You've got Eli still in this thing, and Joey's right there too.
Tough go for Matt Moss sitting in 17th. He's had a rough ride since he's been here, and Jace had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week.
Mate, we're on the Gold Coast. Welcome to Queensland. Is this Australia's best sporting state, would you say, in your opinion?
For any motorsport, Queensland is the best. They won everything this year. So, but you know, it's beaches, sunshine, motocross tracks, supercross tracks. It's the best place.
You've probably been at all of the biggest Australian supercrosses. Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, like obviously I've done my career's 37 years of racing dirt bikes, and you know I've raced in many stadiums and many things, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. I feel like being the only Australian that's competing in the whole Supercross season, I feel like the crowd should really get behind me, and obviously you've got the Deegans and Roxons and Cooper and that, and I feel like I'm pretty happy this weekend, and when I'm happy I ride well, and this sun just brings a smile to your face, doesn't it?
Well, you are in very good form. You've had a couple little injury issues throughout
Yep.
the year, but from what I've seen very recently,
J-Man.
there's still a lot of fight left in that
I
mod.
want to get out there and do the best I can on the night, and I feel like if I ride the way I should, and you know, potential top 5 podium, you know, might be a little bit out of reach, but the way this format is set up, it's the 3 races.
Why they're
and
replaying this.
I wouldn't say
Gypsy
back to back,
already
but
did
there's
this
short gaps,
interview.
and they're high intense, so a good starter.
Days
a good
ago.
Starter, so just the way I'm feeling this week, I think it should be a really good weekend.
Well, mate, I'm not supposed to have favourites, but I will be cheering for you.
Yeah.
Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
And joining us now is the CEO of World Supercross, Mr. Tom Burwell. I'm going to ask you right off the top, how's your heart rate? How's your pulse? Are you where we are right now?
F1 race is exactly why this championship exists.
Yeah, why aren't you paying Roxon, Tom?
Maybe the round of last year's series. This for me, look, call me a little bit biased, but maybe the round
Just
of
like
this year's
J-Man
series,
said,
Australia
you letting
delivering
the
goods for
top
World
5
Supercross.
go because you won't pay him for the last 2 rounds.
Let's be honest, we took a bet on ourselves, we took a bet on Australia, so we can come to the Gold Coast, come to Queensland, sell this place out because this is the absolute centre of dirt bike in Australia, and these fans have shown up and shown us exactly as that.
How about this tour? Buenos Aires, Vancouver, Gold Coast. Now we're going up to the winter. It's going to be cold in the week. Tell me about this championship and how it's laying out for you right now as we're halfway through and we take this thing global.
Hey, we set out with a real clear plan of this season, really mapping out how we want to do it, how it really should feel like under SX Global, under World Supercross Championship. And we sit here this evening having basically sold out 2 of our 3 events this year, looking forward to going to Sweden for another huge event. We're finally beginning to get that momentum, but it comes and starts out there, right guys? The
wonder
racing
why you
again
think
this
you sold
evening
out,
has been
Tom.
incredible.
I gotta ask you this, the track is playing a role tonight, and the builds this year have been unique. Big lips, fast tracks, big berms. Just your thoughts overall on how the tracks have provided this type of racing.
Yeah, I think we have a responsibility as a championship that moves around the world for every track to be different. We know the dirt here is completely different to Vancouver, but we've got great track builders that want to build great experiences, and that racing is proving. I mean, Greg Aranda in the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, we're seeing different people every week compete at the very highest level, and that's just really, really cool.
Yeah, Sweden is up next. We finish out in Cape Town, South Africa. Again, putting together a global schedule. When the schedule comes out and you see it on paper, you're like, okay, sweet, but take us behind the lens a little bit on how that thing was put together and how we created this global championship.
Yeah, look, 50,000 miles in 6 weeks, 5 continents. It's probably a little easier for me than it is for the guys that are doing it out there. We get to enjoy these evenings. The effort that goes into building something like this is extraordinary. You know, I tip my cap to everyone involved, teams, riders, operations, talent. It's incredible, and we're incredibly grateful to put on this show here in the Gold Coast this evening.
Hey, Tom, thank you so much for joining us again. I'll let you get back to the crowd. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks again for World Supercross. Let's go down to Kristen B. She is with Mr. Cody Schock.
Cody, a favorite heading into
Hey, Mike, are you in the room?
Grand Prix of the World Supercross Championship. I will. Your time. Is it your time tonight? Can you find a way in this 3rd GP race?
Yeah, I definitely can.
Cody, shocked.
We're tested every day.
That's good.
And yeah, today's just hard for me. I've been battling to just be up there all day, so I have a lot of positives out of the first 2 races, and I just need to put it all together for this 3rd one, and there's no reason why I can't. So
Quit your moping. Get out there and twist
get a good
it.
start and just do me.
With this stadium being so loud, with the conditions being so diverse, how are you staying calm on the bike?
Honestly, just not trying to think about it too much. Just let it come as it goes, and just not forcing it. I think that's the big thing. Is this track tonight? It's tacky, but it's slick too. So you have to be very strategic on how you push.
Where is it tacky?
In certain areas, and just let the bike do its thing. So yeah, just letting it come as it goes, and just trying to stay cool, calm, collected, and be easy on the throttle.
Careful where you push. This track will not award an aggressive rider, but rather a smart one, guys.
That doesn't look tacky to me at all.
It's going to be all about the intelligence, especially in this final race. Let's take a look at the points as they run. Max Anstey up 20 on the night. You got Colin Park sitting second. And this is really good for Colin Park to be where he's had some issues throughout this championship, but 2 solid races puts him in the driver's seat for a podium tonight.
We've been saying it all day today that this could be the round where the riding and the results link up for Colin Park. Watching him in that second moto, I mean, he was almost unchallenged for that second position behind Max Anstey. That was a flawless ride, and he's looking at an overall podium tonight. And beating Cody Schock, who for me was the guy that I was looking to challenge Max Anstey here tonight.
And Cody's had his issues. You can see big mistakes. You can tell the temperament right now is recognized. It's been a tough night, but that guy comes through in race 3, so that's a big battle to watch. Max Anstey, though, sitting at 7-0, and look, when you're 2-0 and 4-0, it's silly. You get to 7, it starts to become a real thing. Whether you block it out of your mind or not, it's there. You're going to hear about it. Does the pressure start to mount now as we get deeper into the O's?
3, 6, 7.
It's starting to look like a boxing record. We're starting to make him sound like Floyd Mayweather up here. But I mean, I think for Max, the priority is the championship. I don't know that he really cares about the perfect season. I think he just wants to win this World Championship one more time.
One more time. That's all he has to do tonight, and he'll continue a perfect record. Let's go racing SX2 race 3.
Australian GP SX2 race number 3, getting ready to go. You know, Daniel, you guys were just talking about Max. I spoke with Max earlier today. We were walking together coming out for track walk, and I said, are you starting to feel the pressure about wanting to go perfect throughout the year? He said, not really, because I know that anything can go wrong at a blink of an eye. He said, listen, I would love it. Championship is the most important. He said, if I'm in second, I'm not going to do anything crazy to get the win. But if it just comes to me,
Thanks for the last
so
like.
be it. So far
Appreciate it.
tonight, it's coming to him.
Absolutely. And
Everything
if you think back to the
helps
first race,
so we
he
get
made
more
an aggressive
capacity
pass early. That wasn't
released.
a desperate pass.
No,
it
it's not
wasn't
stupid.
By
It
YouTube,
was smart. It was just
so we can get as
calculated
many
and
friends in
aggressive, but
here as
He's
possible.
good at racing aggressive, and there was nothing risky about it. So he's just found another level, and I love the attitude. I love what he's saying. But as we get closer to the end, the pressure does rise. That's natural in all sports. So we'll see if he can continue to say the right things and do the right things, because we're going to continue to ask. The more he wins, we're going to ask, hey, now you're 7-0, 8-0.
And because of that, you might say it's almost better to lose one, put that to bed, and just focus on the championship and not have to deal with anything.
Yeah, you don't want to lose one on purpose, but sometimes you just, one out of the way means, oh, I don't have to hear it no more. But actually, I'm sitting here in my own math and realizing he's 8-0. He actually has won twice tonight, so my bad, Max. You're 8-0 now, so that's even worse when it comes to the pressure.
Here's how the points shake out now that we move on to race number 3, the main race. 25 for the win, no longer 10. 22 for second, 20 for third, and on down to 11 for finishing in 10th. And what a night for Colin Parks.
Yeah,
Think they're
this
gonna
would be the
let
night,
Deegan
as
come
Jay
back out
said,
again
where the
after
writing
that?
and the results have come together. But
I don't know.
it all starts with the start. You've talked about it multiple times today.
Somebody
You've got to
needs
get
to
up there,
lock
and
his
he's
head
been
down.
so far back this year. But tonight he's been in that lead group, which gives him the freedom to make better moves around better riders. So it's, give him some credit for getting off that pad and being great on the first lap, because that's played a huge role for him tonight.
A good start is important in every form of motorsport. That's an obvious thing. But it's so much more important in Supercross because the races are short and the first corner is so chaotic. But if you can get a good start and get in front of all that, it can make all the difference in your night.
Yeah, you just don't have a lot of time, and sometimes there's chaos around you that you can't control. So it's not just about getting a good start, it's about being smart early. And you're right, there's no time to recover from something bad. If you're up in that lead group, better things happen too. So it's been very obvious tonight how important it is to be up front, because we've had a wild night of racing.
So again, the gates don't change from how everybody finished up with qualifying and Super Bowl. You're stuck in the same gate again. Good, bad, or indifferent. Hasn't hindered that guy much at all. Cody Schock trying to get one for Rick Ware.
Phil Nicoletti's
He's been great in race 3s all year. He's usually at his best at the end of the night.
That's just very true. Some guys just take a little minute to get warmed up, you think? Is that kind of the deal there?
For sure, but I also think with him, it's the power of his mind right now. He's really made a change on the way that he thinks about things when they're not going right. So he's becoming one of those late night, late lap, just tough mental guys. It's just part of his development, and he's finding that right now.
Hey, I always do pretty good late at night, so, you know, some people are night owls, right?
That's right.
Maybe that's the deal. All right, we're 20 seconds away from the final SX2 race of the night. Can Max Anstey stay perfect in every race so far in 2025 in SX2 racing? Let's find out and drop the gate. Anstey not first to the corner, but he's on the inside. He's going to come out in about third. He's got McElrath in front of him and Hicks in front of him.
Fourth, maybe.
And Kyle Peters with a great start right up the inside on Max Anstey. McElrath out front. Hicks running in second. Anstey looks like he's holding down third. Peters with a great start on that Venom Bud Racing entry.
That's his best start of the night, too. McElrath, way to bounce back. He's had a rough one.
Anstey just gets him right there with Hicks on the inside. He got through those whoops so good, Daniel.
Yeah, that was a great run. That's pretty much what he's done all season long. But now, let's go champion on champion. All right, Anstey's won this thing. McElrath is your defending champion. This is a battle that we expected coming into the championship. And if you're Shane right now, maybe a little frustration is going to give you that fire to get one on Max Anstey while Cody Schock tries to find a way to third.
This could be exactly what McElrath needs to end the win streak for Max Anstey.
And this might be the race where Anstey has to make that decision, because this is going to take a lap or two to get going. And maybe he just gets him really quickly because that's what he's been able to do. Or maybe he starts second guessing, because this track has been tough. We've seen a lot of crashes tonight.
Well, the best thing Max can do is get up there and put some heat on the backside of McElrath. Shane has made some mistakes tonight. He's one that doesn't normally succumb to pressure, but that's probably the best thing Max can do right now. And here's Cody Schock, the late arrival on the night as we predicted, making the move on Hicks. This would be for third. Schock trying to get to the inside, not there yet. Schock on that 69, and hey, look who's back. 43, Colin Park, just in front of Kyle Peters and Peters' teammate, the Canadian Cole Thompson.
Yeah, Schock needs to make this move very, very fast, and he's faster, so he has the speed, but Colin Park also has the speed. So for Cody Schock, find it, be aggressive, do something, because Colin Park has been great tonight, and he's right there in the shadows.
Well, Hicks is a champion, not at Supercross, but at Arena Cross, so he knows what it takes to be a big winner.
Yeah, and Arena Cross racers have craft, because you have to have it to be successful there, so this might be a battle of craft versus power.
He gets a little out of shape through that hook section, and Schock right there. That's the move he was waiting on.
Very aggressive, cut under. Hicks can go up the inside, but Schock very smart there.
Schock has the momentum around the outside, and now Colin Park starts to size up the 460.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're a couple laps in, and Max Anstey is not winning. He's still sitting back about a second, 1.3 on Shane McElrath, as Colin Park now tries to be the one making moves on Hicks. So two battles going on this track.
Park to the outside of Hicks. He's around.
Big mistake by Hicks there. Doesn't get that 3 in the rhythm section. Colin Park moves a little to his left. Good work, good instincts. And now the battle is on for that podium. Those two are coming in very close at points.
Peters trying to think if he can get his Cowie around that 460. Hicks on the start, the electric motorcycle, making its debut in World Supercross competition in 2025.
You see at the top of the screen, Anstey's closing a little. He went from 1.3 to 1.1. Now it's back to 1.2, so still sitting in that same spot.
And he's getting those times from his mechanic as they go past the mechanic's area. He can sense that he's closing, but he's getting confirmation on it and encouragement to keep digging. He's there now. He's there now. The fight is on for the lead of the win here. And what could be the overall as well for Max Anstey.
Get that
another
big
clean
quad
sweep
out of the rhythm section too, which is what cost him in the Super Bowl. So he's not afraid to go back to lines that gave him issues. But good job, Shane McElrath, hanging in there. He's improved in the whoops in this main event.
Shane is not going to be easy to get around, that's for sure. The rider out of North Carolina has a number 1 plate for a reason. He's a 2-time FIM World Supercross champion. Anstey looking for his 2nd world championship.
Going back to what you said about taking risks, instead of just being aggressive and forcing it, he's going to have to be a little bit more calculated with a champion like Shane McElrath. So I see a rider who is taking his time because he's going to have to make a smart move, maybe not an aggressive move. That seems to be the play here for Anstey.
You see the live GP standings. Anstey's got a couple of points up on McElrath. Cody Schock sits 4 Mac behind that. Cullen Park in 4th. Oh, Anstey to the outside. Cutting back inside. Can't get him just yet, but McElrath senses him right up alongside.
Yeah, Anstey's being very patient, very smart, not forcing the issue. Right on him.
Separating these two right now in those live standings. Anstey trying to shake that up a little bit if he can get around for the lead here. Tries to cut back in, can't get it squared up enough. He'll follow him over the wall just for now.
You know, this is fun to watch too because Max has spent so much time alone this year. But now to be in a position where he has to play his game, it's a test of his craft, which we haven't seen much of because he doesn't have to ever use it. So I really like watching him work the track, move around, get to see that other side of Max Anstey.
In order for McElrath to win the overall here tonight, Anstey's going to have to fall all the way back to fourth, which the way he's riding right now means he'd have to crash. Anstey to the outside. Watch the speed. New leader.
So smart. So smart. Instead of cutting under, he knew he had just the space. He also knows that Shane is not a super aggressive rider. He's not going to put him over the berm. And you saw him just kind of sit back and then shoot around that berm. I mean, that's just some smart racecraft by a guy who's got his game together.
Well, as you said, we've seen his speed all season long. Tonight we're seeing the racecraft, and there's a reason why Max Anstey's the world champion. That's it. And he's on his way maybe to his second world championship.
Hang in there, one more race to go.
That's fun to watch. You know, I mean, we get these chaotic battles where we're just like, can't believe our eyes, but it's fun sometimes to see a one-on-one with two respectable, smart, calculated riders play the game, and that was a lot of fun to see them both execute. Shane was playing great defense too, but sometimes one guy's just got a little bit more than the other. We saw that there.
Yeah, Shane didn't really do anything wrong.
No.
Anstey just found the opportunity. But we've still got a handful of laps to go here, and anything is possible.
Yeah, and if you're Shane McElrath, look, this is a massive bounce back to the front, but a win would feel so much better. And he's got less to lose for sure, so Shane's not going to give in on this. If he can keep him close, if something presents itself, he'll go for it, but he's starting to lose a tenth at a time.
Now you can see the speed out of Anstey as he's out front, clean of McElrath, putting in quick laps and opening up that gap to 1.6 seconds in what, a lap and a half?
Yeah, and this is starting to look like he did late in that second race where he just went into calculation mode. He just went into, you know, perfect fundamentals, just execute. But this battle is still on. Good recovery by Hicks also to stay with these boys. But the Park Shock battle, that's been on tonight.
Max Anstey has already claimed 135 championship points here in 2025. Stunning season for sure. The Englishman is putting on a heck of a show. And Colin Park of the Motive Concepts Racing Honda sits in third, number 43. His best ride of the year for sure.
Great opportunity for him to stack those points too. And Enzo Lopes, who's in front of him in championship points. I mean, he's back at 15th right now, so 2 bad races in a row gives Park a chance. Oh, a shot to the big quad right there, but it gives Park a chance to now move up in those standings. Shane McElrath is still in there, so this battle for second was Shock, McElrath, Park. That's going to be a fight all the way to the end of this championship, and Lopes, really, really tough night that started so well.
Oh, Park really struggling through the whoops that time.
So did Cody Shock.
Getting close to the final lap here. Cody Shock. On that number 69, 28 years of age, out of Delaware. And Colin Park just in front of him.
This track has produced some great racing. This soil being dry and slick, it really challenges the riders to find the balance. They're wired to be aggressive. They practice aggressive. They train aggressive. They think aggressive. And then you have a track that you have to give some respect. It makes things go wild. That's what's happened tonight.
Yep, no doubt about it. Anstey on his way looking for his career 18th race victory in FIM World Supercross competition. If he can hang on here on this final lap, it will be his 5th overall win in FIM World Supercross career victory.
Just perfect.
Well, guess what, Max? You're going to have to hear us talk about it a little bit longer.
Yep.
Max Anstey on his way to being perfect on another night here, this time at the 2025 Australian GP on the Gold Coast. And he showed us another trick up the sleeve, and that's his racecraft tonight, which has been every bit as good as his race speed. As he comes around the final corner, Max Anstey, perfect again as he lights the candles here at the Australian GP. McElrath will be second. Here's Park, quick look over the shoulder, Shock nowhere near. Park will get third in this one. Shock will cross the line in fourth. And we await the arrival of Michael Hicks over the finish line jump. There it is. No, Kyle Peters gets him. Hicks is dropping. He must have gone down somewhere. Yes, he did. He's on the far side of the racetrack. Big problems on the final lap, unfortunately, for Michael Hicks as he continues to slide backwards on the start. And our guys in the graphics department only need this graphic for an SX2 race this year.
That's all they've used.
It has not changed once in 2025 as Anstey gets another one.
I'm anxious to hear his interview because he was challenged in this one. This was different for him, and when you're out front winning him a certain way, it feels rewarding, but it also, there's not much character with the win. This one took some character. I'm anxious to see how he responds to Kristen's question, how this one was different than the rest, because he did have to work and play the game.
45 points available each and every night, and one of our FIM World Supercross GPs, Max Anstey, has taken 45 points home each and every round of the first three of 2025. Here's a look at the highlights, Daniel.
Not a great jump right there for Shane McElrath. Look at Enzo Lopes had a lot better start, but Shane went in there like a bowling ball, man. Pushed his way, but that's what you got to do if you want to be up front. The way he's had this season roll out for him, he had to do that.
Yuriv Konski said no excuses, and Shane said, I can do that.
Yep, that's exactly the case right there. And got out front, rode a great race. Anstey was calculated, he was smart. Hicks was good up front early too.
And I don't think Shane has any excuse here tonight to say, hey, he raced hard. Max just made a good move on him at the end there, and wasn't much he could do.
Yeah, and if you're Shane, I think you still walk away from this with some positive feeling. You don't want to give up points, of course, but that was a good ride. Yeah, heading in the right direction. That was a great race for him on the trajectory back towards the front. So I wouldn't imagine him to be too upset. Maybe a little race frustration, but that all racers have that. That was a good ride, though.
That was the move. You saw it there. Unfortunately for Hicks right here on that 460, he went all the way back to the bottom of this one on that final lap. Oh, that was it.
That's it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That was big.
Max does it again. What an impressive ride, and they can only shake hands. A pair of world champions there. Shane knows Max is just a little bit better on this night.
Good clean racing. That was fun to watch. Two really, really smart, crafty dudes on a very difficult track, finding a way to make it work.
Sometimes you just get beat, Daniel.
Yeah, you do. And look, again, Shane could go, my bike feels better, I feel better.
Yes.
I challenged the guy who's undefeated.
My boss put some pressure on us, and I responded.
You're welcome, Hugo.
To it, and then, hey, pack up, go to Sweden, step it up again, and stop this man, Max Anstey, if you can.
Yeah.
White Starns.
Well, now it's to the podium they'll go.
Whew.
And the man.
What's up, Jason, the man?
Newbury, England is where he was born. Now he calls Winchester, England his home. Max Anstey wins another GP, this time in Australia, Kristen.
Max 9-0 on this season. Although in that GP final race, Shane presented you with the strongest opposition you've had to battle all season long. How is this win different?
That was awesome. Shane's been riding great. I mean, there's a reason he's got the #1 plate on his bike. But I'm feeling good, man. My bike's been working well, and it was a dig tonight. Man, it's hot. It feels like it got hotter as the night's gone on. I don't know if that's just me, but man, it's warm out there. But luckily, I get to train on the East Coast, East Coast of America. and it's pretty hot like this in the summer. So pumped with my riding, pumped with the bike. Shout out to the Style Racing Yamaha crew, the collaboration with GSM, with Team GSM, and the whole French crew here. Awesome to be part of this World Supercross Championship. Happy to be here in Gold Coast, man. It's been a lot of fun. I love Australia, and looking forward to next week in Sweden.
Max, these are the kind of seasons you dream about, from Winchester, England to the Gold Coast of Australia. And Shane McElrath, this season, compounding issues. How have you battled through those, and do you feel closer to the Shane that we saw in 2024?
Praise the Lord, we're rebounding. The AMX Honda team, we're working. We've had our work cut out for us. Max is hitting his marks, and we're playing catch up a little bit. And that was kind of the best effort we've had. My starts have been a lot better. First moto, not so much. Second moto, my whole shot button broke, and that one was like, okay, we're in this one. And so, yeah, we're gonna keep working. Yeah, I'm having a blast here in Australia. We got 2 more countries. It's pretty crazy. Travel schedule.
He's always got an
but
excuse.
being here in Australia, it's like we love it every time we're here. So praise the Lord. We're gonna keep working.
I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying
This is Shane McElrath.
he's an excuse
Second
factory.
podium of the season.
I guess shit's happening.
And Cullen Park rounding out the podium here tonight. That track was intense, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was a treacherous night. I honestly kind of struggled in qualifying results-wise, but man, I felt really good, and I knew I just needed to bring that to the main events, you know? Got a bad start, Moto 1 and 4th, and then with that 2-3,
This
I earned
kid's
the podium.
gonna be a star.
Big monkey off the back, man. I'll be honest, I thought I'd be up here 3 weeks ago at the season opener, and just ran into some misfortunes. It was mainly on me, but man, yeah, I'm just stoked to be up here. So many people to thank. The Lord Jesus Christ to keep me safe.
He looks like McAdoo.
Honda, Smart Top, man. I'm traveling the world racing my dirt bike. It doesn't get much better than that. We're racing with no fear, baby. It's back. 100% Alpine Star EBS. My mechanic, Aaron, man, he's working his butt off. Mechanic Austin back home, Chris as well. My trainer Blake Savage, Keith Harrison, Jason Fowler, Tony Alessi. So many people to thank. My parents back at home watching, and yeah, I'm stoked to be up here. And anyone else I forgot, thank you so much.
Team manager Tony Alessi said it this offseason. He said this will be a season where Cullen Parks opens eyes.
And Cullen Park from Claremont, Florida gets a career best finish in FIM World Supercross competition with the 3rd here at the Australian GP. Here's the championship standings. Max Anstey just moving out a little bit further, 135 to 107, which Cody Schock has. McElrath in 3rd, Park in 4th, and Cole Thompson sitting in 5th as we get ready for
So
the
does that
SX2
mean he can
category to
clinch
move on
this in
week.
next weekend's race in Sweden if he wins? If he wins out, I think that he can clinch it.
Charlie Cannon joins us back at the desk to break down some Supercross action. What a night so far. The traction obviously has played a role. We talked about that earlier. It just seems to have gone away. It's gotten slick. You're from Australia. You're used to this kind of dirt. Take me through how difficult it is to ride on soil like this that just seems to get slicker and slicker.
Yeah, over the night you can definitely tell that the dirt's been getting away. It's super dry and slippery out there, but I think that's made for some really cool racing. Every moto we've been on the edge of our seats watching some four-way battles, so I think it's made the racing so much better.
What do you make of that battle that we got in the last SX1 moto? We had a 4-rider battle. Hayden Deegan had this crowd on their feet. From your perspective, that had to have been wild.
Oh, that was, and as a rider I know what it's like to be in a battle, and it's crazy. I've been this year lucky enough to have some awesome battles with Lala going back and forth, so it's awesome for the fans to watch. And
one of the coolest parts of the night is the podium and the celebration and the national anthem. Jason, you told me before, you love this part.
And with the red plate tonight in the SX2 class, retaining the red plate, please put your hands together for Max Anstey. Please stand if you are able for the national anthem of Great Britain.
If you are able. You can hear Jace talking in the background. Thanks for the like. I appreciate that one. Ugh, 3:30 a.m. Lake Tahoe, Nevada.
And there is a lot to be proud of. If you are Max Anstey, third win of the season. Shane McElrath bounces back for a second. Colin Park with his first podium of the season. And they celebrate a great night of racing. We're going to pivot now to SX1. We've got one more race to go tonight, a 12-lap main event coming off the craziest night of the season, or race of the season I've seen. Charlie, Jace, your thoughts with one to go. Who's winning this 450 final race?
I'm putting it on Ken Roxon. If he gets out, has a good start, he's pretty unstoppable today. The corner speed I watched in that first moto was insane. He just leant into the corners. He's looking pretty sharp tonight.
Now I'm looking for which one of these big three wants to step up and take this overall. It is there for the taking. I think with the track going away the way that it is, it's getting very, very hard to bet against Cooper Webb.
Cooper Webb, Ken Rocks, and Eli Tomac. We've got one to go. SX1 race 3. Let's go.
Roxon and Webb are tied though, so they'd have to finish very poorly for Tomac to take the overall.
All right, here we go. The final race of the night. Another main event. This one in the SX1 category at the 2025 Australian GP.
Tomac for the moto win.
And Webb all ready to battle it out one final time and one last look at Hayden Deegan.
Who's everybody picking? We got 46 people in the room.
In the U.S.
Put your picks out there.
Fans have had an amazing night here at the FIM World Supercross Australian GP. They packed the SEBA Super Stadium, and they have enjoyed every single lap of competition here so far.
Yeah, what a night. So many wild moments. I mean, we're going to have to go back and make notes on just the 15 to 20 moments tonight that are discussable. And you know what I like too, Ralph? Ken Roxon and Eli Tomac. Ken Roxon, Cooper Webb. Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb. These riders racing this long into their career, there's so many memorable battles between all of them, and we're going to get it one more time, and they all have a reason to go big in this last one. Eli needs to rebound. Kenny's got the overall on the line, and Cooper Webb's coming off a great race too. We're going to get another good one here.
Think those guys have had some fun tonight?
Oh, yeah.
You betcha they have.
Oh, yeah.
What memories they're going to take home. And they're going to be bugging mom and dad to come to the Australian GP in 2026. Sure that. Yeah. And quickly, let's check in with Kristen.
Thanks, guys. During the break, I spoke with Hayden Deegan. He was fired up after tucking the end after GP race 2. He's dealing with some undisclosed bike issues, and he's struggling to trust the bike in this environment. Imagine the pressure for this young rider. You have previous champions breathing down your neck. You're racing in the premier class, and you're still trying to find your settings. Mounting adversity for Hayden Deegan tonight, who's already racing with the determination of a veteran. I just spoke with him once again. I asked him, what's the objective here? He said, go out there and give it all I've got.
Good.
And I think that's that engine mapping that they're still struggling with, trying to get that bike dialed in the way that he wants to feel the power.
Everybody's got the same challenge as you, little boy.
And we are here on the Gold Coast of Australia. Beautiful Gold Coast. We've had so much fun. Broad Beach, Surfer's Paradise. It has been absolutely spectacular all weekend long.
What's up, Jordan?
Great trip.
You show up
So
for
much fun, this World
the
Supercross
main event.
Championship. We get great racing on Saturday night, but the whole trip, the ability for riders to take in the culture and do fun things for our Kickstart show. I mean, it's just been a fun trip so far, and we still got one race to go.
And
How
you got
welcoming
the
have
same
the folks been
challenge
here
as
on the Gold
everybody
Coast. They
else.
have made us all feel right at home.
Get over
So
it.
happy to have Supercross folks in town. All right, sighting lap is underway. The last look at the racetrack before we drop the gate, and they go at it in anger. 3 minutes to the final gate drop.
Okay. We're ready.
Get yourselves ready. These
I'm
folks
going to
are.
bed after that. And we'll be
One
back to
more
stream the
shot
next
at it.
race.
Take a look
Which
at
is
the
gonna
points
be
in SX1.
Sweden, I think. Going to Sweden.
As you see, Tomax,
Friday,
here comes Webb.
December 5th, Friday.
Points
at
allocation,
10
how they pay
p.m.
out. 25 for the
Pacific
win now in this
Standard Time.
12-lap race. 22 for second, 20 for
Maybe
third,
it's
and on
10
down to
a.m., I don't
11
know, but
for 10th.
it's one of the two
It's a big one.
tens.
I love the format.
December
They
5th.
weight this final race to matter, so you can't mathematically sneak your way into an overall.
You
You're gonna
gotta
have to,
earn it.
yeah, you're gonna have to earn
Probably
it late.
10 a.m.
The track's at its toughest
Maybe, I
when
don't
you're at
know.
your most tired.
What time is it in Sweden right now?
It's gonna be a good one. And hey, and I'll tell you what, Eli and Kenny.
Yeah, I think
I'm
the
watching
track
them on
is-
the skates.
is
Like,
a
they
little
were terrible on that
sketchamondo.
last start. Whatever you did, you gotta do something different in this one because
Yeah, don't do that again.
no, because Cooper Webb, he's the smart one that always adjusts correctly. He made his adjustment. They better make theirs right now.
And you know, one thing that's a little different for Hayden Deegan this week compared to his debut race in Argentina, Brian, his dad, wasn't there.
Yeah.
He's here tonight, so he's helping, I gotta believe, to keep Hayden
nothing
focused
different.
on what's really important.
More
And that
excuses.
is very important for a 19-year-old kid who is ambitious. We saw the
Somebody
ambition,
needs to tell
but
him to
also
race
has the bigger
forward.
picture in
Stop
mind.
looking
So
around.
have Brian here guiding. He's done a great job all the way through this pro career. Having him here, you and I talked to him. Everything is a calculation for them, and I have to imagine that there was a discussion between race 2 and 3 on how to go about it, because that boy right there, he wants to go after it. We saw that in race 2. He's going to do it again, but there's definitely a big picture at play at the same time.
Well, he knows he left a little bit on the table there
Yeah.
in race number 2, and he wants it all. Looking around, sizing everybody up. He's got Austin Politelli just to his right there. And then you've got the 46 of Justin Hill. On the other side of the doghouse, it's these guys.
Just don't anybody get
Boy, are they
hurt,
good.
man. We need you
Hey,
to be
Brees, you
healthy
get another
for
great
Supercross.
start on that 200. Keep your eyes on him. Don't
Yeah.
count him out. Ryan on that Moto Concept
There's no
Racing
reason to fuck it up
Honda.
over this
But there
series.
to the right side of the W, the doghouse,
Everybody
you see
stays
Cooper
up.
Webb, and then jump a couple, you see Roxon and Tomac and Savachi and Anderson right there with Craig on the far outside. So you would assume the best start hole shots are going to come from that side of the W and the doghouse.
That's where the picks were made. Now, my eyes are on the 1 and the 94.
Tomac looked
You gotta
pretty
be better
serious
this
in
one.
those
Cooper
goggles.
Webb,
All right, time to be done with the talking. Let's drop the gate and go racing in
Let's
Australia.
go walking. Tomac out, pretty good.
And
Oh
what matters
yeah,
most, Tomac delivers with a great
Oh,
start. He's
a
going to
big
lead
wheel
him.
spin.
Eli Tomac on the number 1 Red Bull KTM.
There
But
it
Hayden Deegan
goes.
got a great start. He's
12
right there in
laps.
second. Hayden Deegan's going
Deegan
after
right
the
behind
reigning world
Tomac.
champions. Roxon with a terrible start.
With
He's
Webb.
buried back in the pack.
with Cooper Webb. Boys, what are you doing back there? You got, oh, good crash. You got 12 laps to make some moves, but Hayden Deegan versus Eli Tomac. Now, I don't know how this is going to go, but Ralph, this is a massive gap in generation.
They rode
right here.
together.
Oh, Christian Craig. Hey,
Stop looking
probably
around,
not his Christian
Hayden.
Craig was a coach of Hayden Deegan earlier this season, but and he gets him there.
Inside, he's got him, but Deegan bounces right back to challenge. And Hayden Deegan inside, gets back around Craig for a brief second. Craig got a whole big handful of throttle, got back around him again. And school is in session right now for Hayden Deegan, soaking all of this up.
Absolutely. What an opportunity, surrounded by 30-year-old and up legends. These guys have so much awe. It's Anderson. That's a bummer for the championship points. Wow.
The Pipes Motorsports Group racer Jason El Hombre Anderson out. And Roxon has closed up pretty quick.
Roxon, good run.
Roxon finds himself in 6th.
Something happened to Roxon.
Roxon just cased the triple so bad, went off the track, lost the spot.
Big bobble.
Christian
And Craig
Craig
is right there to try to capitalize. Craig on the 28. He's going to have the line on the inside. He's got the new leader.
Wow, nice work, Christian Craig.
Craig doing a great job. And he puts a quad lock Honda right to the front. And Yuriv Konski takes a big sigh of relief. His guys are leading at his home GP.
Absolutely. And if you're Christian Craig, you've heard us hype up Tomac and Deegan. You're probably thinking, you know what? Get me on that track. I'm getting better and better on my Honda. Give me a shot at these boys. And he just got by both of them in the early laps of this race. Nice work, Christian Craig.
Deegan just quadded into that corner.
Here's the
And
point
so did
as
Tomac.
we race. Craig and
Another
Tomac
one.
are tied at 35. Webb and Roxon right behind them.
Deegan's not going to like Christian being in front of him.
Whichever one of these guys wins this moto is basically going to win the overall.
Yeah, that pass was not only for the race win, but for the overall. We'll have to keep our eye on Webb and Roxon because if they make some moves, they can put themselves in position too. But if you're Christian Craig, you can't worry about anybody but yourself right now, which is what he is doing.
I think Tomac's got his number, man.
Two amazing passes.
You see him wheelie out of that corner?
Because Eli Tomac has recovered.
Well, the one thing Tomac's not going to do is panic. Eli Tomac will get himself in his rhythm and go after him. And here's Webb with Roxon right behind him. Those two running in 6th and 7th. And they got a lot of laps yet to go. So
Not really. It's only 8 laps, Ralph.
fitness is definitely going to come into play tonight. These guys have all trained hard.
Yeah, he's been looking pretty good, man. Every race this year.
12 minutes isn't the issue as Roxon gets by, and that may have put him into the overall, but it's the heat, it's the humidity, it's just draining of sweat all day.
Looking at the championship standings as we're racing, Roxon leads it with 116. Craig behind with 95 in second. And there goes Roxon inside of Sabachi. Couldn't complete the pass yet.
Webb looking a little racy all of a sudden.
Ken Roxon cased the triple so
Even though he just got
bad.
passed, he
And
got
as
a little
racer, when
perky.
you land that hard on your feet, it takes a moment for you to regroup and say, hey, am I okay? Am I okay? It took him like 5 seconds.
I think they're going to get Bogos, man.
All night long, going back to sprint race number 1. I mean, this guy is so fun to watch make.
Woo!
Back to see 2 big ones right here coming from Roxon.
Here's Arenda on the 20 and Sabachi.
Oh, and Roxon bobbles.
And look at the small box.
Upper box. Christian Craig and Tomac fighting. And Craig gets to the lead. Tomac hanging on in second.
Deegan is all over him and makes the pass.
We can't see it because you're watching some bullshit.
Roxon on the screen here. Fighting for 4th. And here's the battle you're hearing everybody screaming about. Deegan in front of Tomac. That's second. And in front of them is Christian Craig. There's the gap between.
I told you, man, Deegan is not going to like Christian out in front of
Tomac
him.
panic earlier, but now he better because he's
Oh,
got
yeah,
Craig
yeah.
pulling away, and he's got Roxon closing up.
Absolutely.
Huge gap.
Roxon's passes put him in the position to win this overall. But Hayden Deegan just passed Eli Tomac. I mean, again, the generation gap, this battle we've been hyping up, we got it there as Christian Craig pulls away. But Hayden Deegan through the whoops.
We can't see it because the camera's watching nothing.
Gnarliest set of whoops I've seen in a long time. Just muscling through him. What a run.
And here comes Webb on that number 2, and keep an eye on him because he could get into this overall.
He's definitely
without
getting around
necessarily
Sabachi,
winning the
I
race
think.
here in race number 3, as Deegan
Webb looks very racy.
continues to climb up 3 spots now. Positions gained.
I mean,
And
those
Roxon
whoops.
up 8, even after casing the triple.
You know, Ralph, testing the temperament Deegan went down in race 2, okay? To be able to bounce back from that 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, and go and regroup, and then make a pass on Eli Tomac, that tells you a lot about his character, his temperament, his mentality. This right here is proof of what he will be doing in this 450 class. He is a dog, and this is proof right here.
No doubt about it, there is a bright future on a 450 in front of Hayden Deegan. And it's really going to kick off in the summer of 2026 when he races the outdoor championship in the United States.
I don't know, man. That's about a 4-second gap.
Back to the 250.
3 to go.
In the U.S. in January, and he'll get ready for a 450. So maybe we'll get lucky, Daniel, where the next time we see Hayden Deegan on a 450 in a Supercross race will be another FIM World Supercross race in the fall of 2026, which would be exciting as well.
You better be careful. He may perform himself onto it sooner. I mean, look at these two. We're talking about two of the best in Supercross.
Thanks for all those likes,
over
guys.
the last 10 years. The amount of race
Roxon
wins,
stalking
he's second
Tomac.
on the list all time, and Hayden's he's just one of them.
And for Ken Roxon, if he can get Tomac here at the end of this one, it would be huge for him.
Somebody's bobbled over there in the whoops.
Battling one more time here in FIM World Supercross competition in 2025. Roxon into the whoops.
Wow.
Got him. That's a huge mental moment for Ken Roxon.
Holy shit.
World champ.
Yeah, and for the overall, that puts him in position, guarantees it. But I will say, Eli Tomac is having some struggles in that whoop section. We saw in Vancouver, they made some
That rear shock is all
got better.
fucked up on the
This is a big
KTM.
test right here on how they respond after this race, because this has not been great. This has been a tough race for him. Not working really well with the whoops. The dry condition, which was not Vancouver. A lot of tape going to be studied.
Down goes the 98 machine of Austin Politelli.
Another arena cross guy trying to ride a Supercross
Trying to
track.
catch Deegan. Here's Deegan closing on the 38. And Roxon's behind him. The riders have to roll through that section.
1 to go. Christian Craig. Are you kidding me?
Coming soon to the final lap.
You know, Ralph, if you look at Hayden Deegan's Supercross Pass 2, I think he's been better in soft conditions where aggression really works. Dry conditions has been tougher for him. You put him on that 450 with that power. And
I think that, wow, we're up to 103. If you guys can subscribe, we'll get more capacity from YouTube.
He sits third in the race. That would give him 2 points over Craig.
Webb, come on, Webb. Get around Savachi, man. Be respectable.
Go to Ken Roxon. Here's Savachi holding on right now in front of Webb. That's a fight for fifth.
A lot of surprises, man. You got Craig out front. Savachi blowing the gate multiple times tonight.
Conditions, this weather, being tested right now.
And Roxon has gotten around.
Fastest qualifier, Super Pole.
Oh no, he was working past the slower bike, I believe is what it was. We're watching in that small screen on the
It was a lapper.
final lap is underway. Here's Webb.
You know, poor Christian Craig. Not a lot of TV
I don't think
time
that was
to
Webb.
check
I
out
think
like
that was
but
Deegan.
What a race. Big picture for his career. This is a massive moment. He knows it. You see that? It's a happy man.
Wow.
Christian Craig lights the
Man, after all of that bullshit he had to go through with that arm surgery and having to redo it twice.
As he bounces back, and Ken Roxon will get his 5th overall win.
It's pretty good
as he
for old
claims the
Christian
event
Craig.
here at the Australian GP for 2025 on the Gold Coast.
Crazy.
What a night of competition here. So many storylines.
We saw so much happen, and there's so much to be happy about for each rider, and so much to study and learn from too. I mean, Christian Craig didn't have a perfect night. He ended strong. There's some weaknesses that he could fix early in the night, but he ended strong. Deegan was
he was a spaz earlier.
Bad starts for Kenny.
You're welcome.
I mean, so much to digest.
We'll see you
What an
next time,
amazing
man,
night of
for
Supercross
Sweden.
racing.
And for Christian Craig,
A human.
that is, I believe, his first career FIM World Supercross victory in a race. Not the overall, but in a single race. And Ken Roxon on the Pipes Motorsports Group entry gets the overall victory here in Australia.
And he leaves the series because they won't pay him.
Doesn't get the race win, but gets the overall. The two-time World Supercross champ. And taking a look at the highlights here as this one got underway. Thought Tomac was really going to have something here as he got a really good start, Daniel.
Yeah,
He
he
had
answered the
shit
question,
traction
can you
tonight.
figure out that bike and that start for race 3? And he did, but just had kind of a weird off race where he didn't look comfortable. He wasn't aggressive. These two, this is where the aggression was. I mean, Christian Craig, Hayden, Deegan, and look at Deegan. He's just throwing it in there with these guys saying, you know what, I'm one of you now. I'm going to play the game.
You know what I liked about Deegan in this one? He didn't look back as much as he did in that second race.
Yeah.
You mentioned Brian. I would be shocked if Brian Deegan didn't go back and said, boy, when you make passes, you look forward for the next guy. And that's what, hey, that team has done very well in their pro career together. Brian's a smart man. I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't discussed.
Yep. Well, we said he was here to learn, and he did. And he showed that he got an A on his final exam, didn't he?
Yeah, hey, that's right. Fourth
Looking
quarter
back
before
is for
college,
losers.
or before the summertime.
Yep.
Get an A
That's
in the
what put
report
him on the
card.
ground in Moto 2.
Oh, there's that
Oh,
crash.
man,
Poor
that was
Joey.
big for Politelli.
Oh, I tell you, man, he threw that one away.
And Christian Craig, there
Yeah.
it is, lighting the candles, and he knows I'm a winner in FIM World Supercross competition.
That's
Wow.
bigger than just tonight. And that's cool too. Christian
Yep.
Craig was coaching Hayden Deegan earlier this year. Now they race together and go 1-2. What a moment.
And you got a couple lessons left to teach you, son. Let's go to Kristen.
Ken Roxon, our overall winner on the night. Ken, you were the most consistent rider tonight. Week in and week out, you're that guy. What does that take during the week to show up big on a weekend like this?
I mean, a lot of hard work. Like, we really have been working super hard. I've always been getting pretty good off the gate, but then kind of got closed off. And with this dirt, how tight the start is, like, it decides basically within a thousandth of a second, you know. Then once you roll, like, the entire section afterwards, in the second main, I just took my time. Like, people are cross-jumping left and right, so it was hard to just attack, but I'm pretty pumped. It's really good practice to come from behind and make passes happen, and this is what I've done pretty much almost all of the weekend. So really happy with my riding. I crushed the whoops, and yeah, pumped to get away with the overall.
Ken, I dare say you're riding better now than maybe you ever have in your career. Does it feel that way for you?
I believe so. I think, you know, back when I was younger, I was really fast.
Thanks for all the likes, you
It's a little bit
guys.
hard to compare, but I do
That's
feel like
cool.
I'm a more rounded racer at the moment.
I'm not trying to
Comfortable in my own
monetize
skin
my
and,
channel. I
making
just
smart
want to make
decisions.
space for
The racetracks.
everybody to
showing
watch
up big
Supercross
tonight
together.
At the Australian GP for Ken Roxon.
YouTube wants more subscribers so we can get more space. So whatever you can do,
Christian
that
Craig.
helps.
A defining win in GP Race 3. I would almost guess emotional. It's been a while since you've taken a GP race win, whether it be here or in the States. How meaningful is it?
Yeah, it means a lot for sure. I can sit here and give you a lot of stories of why I shouldn't be racing dirt bikes right now, but we're here. I just beat some legends, some champions, and proved that I can still do this. And man, that was so much fun. I've known Hayden for a long time. We're pretty close friends, so to have him pacing me, I'm happy for him. Also, everybody else that I was racing, tough second moto, but rebounded in that third one, and first win in a long time. So we'll take this and go to Sweden next weekend.
You said at the beginning of this season you feel like you're starting to maybe find yourself again. What is it about this team that's allowing you to do that?
Yeah, it's for sure the whole quad lock AMX Superstore Honda. Yariv just believing in me. I was in some crappy situations early on, but we're not going to complain. We're here in a good spot. I have a good team behind me and people that want me on their team. So shout out to the people that counted me out, people that I thought were close to me. This one's for you.
Christian Craig, second overall on the night. Congratulations on your first podium of the season after 2 fourths overall. To finally make the podium is a huge accomplishment for Christian Craig. And now, Cooper Webb in your World Supercross debut. The format was new for you. The bike even was new for you on a brand new chassis. How did you find yourself on the podium after such a big night full of new things to learn and adjustments?
Yeah, it was overall a good night. I was able to get that one win in the second one, but I was a little bad at myself that ride. Just didn't get the start I needed. Went into the last race with a chance to win it all and didn't execute. It was all about the whoops tonight and getting starts, and I didn't execute either one of those in the last one. So I'm a little bummed at myself, but overall the experience has been awesome. These fans were great. The racing was action-packed, and hopefully I can be back for more. I want to give it up to the whole Star Racing team, Monster Energy, my mechanic Peanut, Fly Racing, 100%, Alpine Stars, my wife, and yeah, like I said, we'll take the podium, even though I'm a little disappointed with that last moto. But yeah, we'll get ready for the domestic series now and get to work.
And that will round out your Australian GP podium in the SX1 class. But before we round it out, we're going to go ahead and talk to Hayden Deegan. I spoke with your dad at the conclusion of that race, and he said that's how we wanted to end it. That's the Hayden Deegan we're used to seeing, but a night full of adversity. How deep did you have to dig to find yourself third in that GP race?
Yeah, I don't really want to get into exactly what I had to do with today, but to this point, but I'm just going to say this. I was battling Eli Tomac, and I was like a little kid. I was like in shock the whole time. Like, I just passed Eli Tomac. I just passed Eli Tomac. I was tripping the whole time. That was badass. But anyways, good job to Christian, man. I know he's been through a lot, so to see that happen, I felt like a happy son. But yeah, that was good. We fought hard, and yeah, it was awesome.
Hayden, well done. Way to close out the night.
Wow, so much to unpack. Let's start with that interview right there. Hayden genuinely, I think, was having the time of his life racing with the legend, but I feel like you do that once or twice and all of a sudden, Jace, the standard will change and you'll be like, wait, I am one of you, and now it doesn't feel that way. And to me, I saw enough to say, that kid is going to be a man on a 450, and his mentality is going to carry him to a lot of success on that bike.
Argentina was good. Let's be fair. He first 450 race and he gets on the podium. This was better than good.
Yeah.
Raw speed. And I loved what you said on the broadcast. You said traditionally he kind of struggles with some of the slicker dirt. You give him an extra 200 cc's of displacement and he is moving earth out there. Honestly, I talk for a living. I'm borderline speechless on just how good tonight was.
I am so fulfilled with so many different stories. Like, that would be one.
Where do you go?
Oh, let's go to the top of that race, Christian Craig. That was more than just getting a win. Like, he has a lot of reasons why he maybe shouldn't be racing, whether it was injuries or people not believing in him. What happened with him last year, he's been pretty respectful about how that situation went down. But Christian Craig is back, and that's the Christian that I remember riding a Honda a long time ago. I've always seen him different on the Honda. He makes everything look good, but he looks great on that bike, and that was aggressive, and his career is like reset and rebounded in one race.
He was damaged goods just months ago, you know, and what we saw last night, tonight from him was unbelievable.
Ken Roxon points leader.
The thing is Ken Roxon is done for the series, so now Craig is really the leader in the series. That's so insane. That's crazy. 2 more rounds.
Quadlock Honda gets the win. A lot of talk tonight from Yariv on the pressure he put on his riders. Boys, get it together. Get it together. Well, that's got to feel good right there.
Well, and he's one of the more underrated team managers. The guys that want to ride for him. That's very rare in this sport.
Yeah, great ride by Shane McIntyre in SX2 to bounce back. He needed that. Joey had a rough night, but he fought late. I still think that there's more to come from him. And of course, Christian Craig. Cooper Webb was good too, but that last start that's bad for Cooper Webb. We don't see that often. Him and Kenny back there outside of the top 10. I thought he figured something out, and then he lost that in race 3.
Well, and I guess it just goes to show just how challenging the conditions were. We saw how great Joey Savacci was early, and then just some things outside of his control that made it harder in the races.
Absolutely. I mean, again, so many riders started bad, ended strong. Started great, ended bad. Lost it, got it back. That man right there, though.
This is special.
Yeah, very, very special for Christian Craig. And the good thing, too, is he's physically been through it all. So he's had some injuries, and he looks young and spunky.
He rode away from Eli Tomac and Hayden Deegan.
Yeah, Mr. Resilient, we'll call him. I'm telling you, he chased that triple so bad in race 3. He had terrible starts. He just never stopped digging, made passes. He is so fun to watch make passes. He earned this victory. This was probably one of the tougher ones of his career.
And if we go back, we don't have all the data right here, right now.
Better
if we
than
go back
Malcolm,
and we dig
better
through the
than
data, I would
Justin
say
Cooper. Roxon's got the
He
looks
made more passes than
wild.
anybody. At the end of the day, results don't lie. Kenny Roxon wins again. That's 2 now on the season.
Oh, yeah.
Please stand if you're idle for the national anthem of Germany.
Man, the camera work really sucked on this broadcast. Thank you anyways. Gonna be thankful, especially since it was just Thanksgiving. Glad we got to watch it. Wow, look at those. Those are ready to fall out. Probably the last time you see Kenny Roxon race in the World Supercross Series.
And Cooper Webb, 1, 2, 3 on the night, all happy for different reasons. Good job, Cooper Webb, too. First World Supercross. Great race, too. Was very smart tonight, too. I mean, he's always smart. That's kind of his MO, but he was calculated, did what he needed to do, be on the podium. But I will say, he's going to probably go back and go, those starts weren't great, race 1 and race 3.
Well, and you saw him visibly upset on the podium. I think he knows that he let a win slip away from him. Something tells me that is not the last time we will see Cooper Webb in a World Supercross event.
I believe he loves racing around the world. I think he's here with his wife. I mean, what an amazing life he's living right now. I do think that he's one of those riders that understands how the sport has changed. These riders are racing later and deeper in their career. Cooper Webb's also a very smart, calculated guy. I think Supercross is going to go a long, long way for him, and yes, I believe he will be back.
You're welcome, Southern Patriot. Thanks for coming by, dude.
Not flawless in executing all of the starts, but in the way that he managed the chaos that was inevitable on a night as
Sorry for all my foul language.
His resilience. We know he has that. We've watched his
It's
whole
exciting.
career. Think about the injuries. It's so far removed from my memory, but he bounced back from that after years and years of suffering. So you know who he is, and what type of person and racer he is. So when he gets a bad start, you can't doubt a guy like that. If he can come back from what he did in his life, you think he can't come back from a bad start? Of course he can, and he proved it tonight multiple times.
And this, to me, when I look at the shots of him on the podium, I just think of a famous saying by Travis Pastrana, winners win. Tonight, Ken Roxon, winners win, mate.
Winners win. That's his second win of the season. The celebration continues. Don't forget, you can catch us on the debrief show right here from the desk. We'll get to talk to these boys, watch their race back, get into the details of what went right hear what went wrong from the Gold Coast, Australia Supercross.
I can't do it
For
at
Ralph
4
Shaheen,
in the morning.
Chris and Beat.
Lake Tahoe,
I
Nevada.
had a great job, or a great time.
I'm gonna sign
doing
off.
this job with you tonight. A lot of fun, and we will catch you all on the debrief show, and we'll catch you next week from Stockholm, Sweden.
I can't do the debrief show, guys. We'll see you later. There'll be plenty of hype on YouTube this week. Have a good night. Subscribe if you like. Like if you like. Have a good rest or dinner, wherever you are. We're out.